Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries. Welcome to whatever the hell I'm going to end up naming this channel, the former Chamber of the Wraith. My name is Barbara, and I am joined by a arachnid in shining armor, Spider-Knight!
Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is my first time kind of doing this, so I'm very excited and for this topic.
Yes, I mean, the clue was in the name. This guy's a big fan of spiders. So in anticipation for the wonderfully awesome and amazingly awesome Insomniac Games' upcoming Spider-Man 2, I decided to do a rate the blank video, which I haven't done in an age. And who better to help me rate, in this case, the suits of the game, than getting someone who knows about as much about Spider-Man as I know about the Birds of Prey, which is fantastic!
Yep.
So, we got a bona fide spider expert, not the entomologist kind with the big freaky things, but, with the angsty New Yorker who's just doing his best.
Yep.
Alright, so, we're just gonna go through these suits, top to bottom, and then we're gonna go alternating. So, we're gonna go left to right, then right to left, and then just kind of going through until we hit all of the suits, give our thoughts, and all of that lovely, lovely stuff. And as you can probably tell, I'm using VLC, but I don't really care about that, because the point is we're making a video, damn it, so we gotta get this rolling. First and foremost, let's start with the suit that everybody knows and associates with this game, the advanced suit. What do you think about this suit?
So, my general thoughts, I flip-flop on this suit a lot. It's going for, but I like the redesign that they made for the sequel a bit more because I feel that it executes those ideas better. Personally, while I don't think the color problem is as egregious as other people tend to say, like, I know people say it looks orange all the time, but honestly, it only really looks that way in the sunset. But all the red looks orange then, so yeah. I think it looks really good at night. Like, really, my biggest problem with the colors is just kind of the shade of blue. I wish it was a little darker, but that's really it. The logos feel a bit more like pasted on, I'd say, rather than like feel like they fit in the suit, which is an issue that I have that is fixed in the new version of the advanced suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking overall? Like a 7.5 out of 10 then?
I would go for a 7.5.
Okay.
And this also gives a bit of a mixed relationship I have with a particular element of the Spider-Man costume, and that is just the boots. They add a lot of color balance, and they're really necessary. So they take a lot out of this suit, in my opinion. Like, if they had the Ben Reilly Sensational Spider-Man half boots, I think that would solve the problem a bit more. But also, I don't like drawing the boots that much, so I don't, A lot of my opinions on designs really just boils down to, would I have fun drawing this suit or not?
Which makes sense. Which makes sense.
I draw a lot.
Yeah, because this guy's an artist. He's actually the source of my Discord profile picture. So
yes, I am.
Don't fault him for that.
It was very fun to do.
Don't fault him for that in the slightest. I personally would give it an 8. That might seem a little bit high, but I think the big thing for me is that, I mean, when you think Spider-Man in video games now, generally people think about this suit. And I mean, that's just because of how bold it is. The big white spider and the gloves and everything.
Yeah, it's very striking. I've seen concept art of this suit with the spider being black, and it does not hit the same. Making it white was the right choice. It was a little polarizing at first. It took me good to get used to, but like once I got used to it, it was like, yeah, that's Insomniac Spider-Man.
Totally. And what I really like too, this is just a little detail I like, this little belt thing that kind of helps keep the whole suit together. I like that little detail because when I watched a little behind the scenes on the dev work, and they were looking at inspirations from like track suits and sports programs, which is why you have like the gloves and the grindy bits on the boots and all that. But this belt right here I think is perfect because then it's just like, well, now you can easily visualize this suit actually being in two parts between the tights and what's up top with the mask, and then the belt hides the
I really like that. I really do like that detail.
Yeah.
I'm a little mixed on the the red sections on the legs. I'm not against the idea. My own Spider-Man suit has red stripes down the legs, but
Tomato,
I-
tomato, right?
Tomato.
All right. Next up, these ones I'm going to kind of lump together because they're basically the same thing. The classic suit.
Yeah.
Damaged and otherwise.
Yeah. It's hard to kind of properly rate the classic suit. Just like, there's so many variations of it that, like, how you like the classic suit to look really just comes down to perspective.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's a very solid classic suit. The back logo isn't my favorite, but you know, it's serviceable.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you could definitely tell it's like their take on the classic suit, which, you know,
Yeah.
considering that you
Yeah.
really only have to see this suit for like the first little while of the game and then it gets torn to pieces right at the start.
Yeah.
If you don't like the classic suit or think it's a little overrated, you don't have to worry about this too much.
But also, I will come after you.
Yes, but also you will come after me, and I'll be terrified. So I'm gonna give this one a 7 because, well, it's just a solid classic suit. There's not a whole lot to note. It's good. It's just
Yeah.
overplayed is the wrong word to use because it's just classic. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's classic for better and for worse. So moving.
I do really like the logo though. Oh, and I would give it a 8.5 out of 10 personally.
Okay. All right, that's
Yeah.
totally reasonable.
Some of the web pattern just kind of like it does fit right, like errors in it, which could be seen as a plus, give it a more homemade feel, but otherwise, just a
It's
solid
not-
take on the classic suit.
Yeah. Also, we're not rating these on suit powers or anything, but I like to kind of throw them in once in a while. Web Blossom is just hilariously broken.
Yeah,
I lo-
it's like I use that more than Battle Focus, so that's like the default one I use.
Yeah.
Other than like Electric Punch when I'm taking on stables.
because
people.
fuck those people. Next up is the Noir suit. How do we feel?
Yeah, this is one.
Oh boy.
I'll admit, I am not entirely too attached to the trench coat for Noir, so I have a lot of love for this suit and like the comic it comes from by Dave Hine, and I can't say the artist's name. I can't remember like how to pronounce it, but
that's all good.
yeah, it's Spider-Man Noir. It's really fun to use in like stealth scenarios, mainly the Fisk.
Like
The first mission where you meet Jeff, kind of around that time.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
that
gives a little old-time gangsters and
Of
stuff.
course. And then I like that the
And-
Sound of Silence power also makes everything grayscale for a limited period of time.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't use it too often since stealth isn't my favorite in these games, but you know.
Yeah, it's Miles Morales definitely made the stealth stuff way better, but I do
Oh
like
yeah,
I do
adding
like what
ceiling and wall takedowns.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, love it.
I
Now I can really go back to Shattered Dimensions.
and then with the trench coat, I'm not fussed one way or the other about it because on the one hand, I do love trench coats; they're fucking cool. But also,
Yes, they are.
as somebody who knows someone who works at BioWare, animating trench coats in particular can be a bit of a bitch. So,
Yeah, I understand why they cut it out in most video games, except for Avengers for some reason. I guess. Well, they have cape physics with Thor's.
Yeah. So
I figured they have that programmed at least a little bit. I'm not the most knowledgeable on game design stuff, so
yeah, but with a
Who knows?
character that's generally as I call him tight as Spider-Man, there's not a lot of loose stuff that's flowing you around.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of capes or tassels or anything going on. It's
yeah.
it's a tight design. So,
Mm-hmm.
so to save on time and just kind of keep it with tight, it makes sense that they were just like, well, we'll just give him a fun little vest.
Yeah, I mean, he has that vest in the comics too, so yeah, it's just Spider-Man Noir
Yep.
with the hat and trench and coat off.
Yep. Which is
He's
totally
just getting
fun.
ready to. Yeah,
It's tactical noir. He's ready to punch some Nazis in the mouth.
we love him for it.
Yes, I personally give this suit an 8. I like the goggles. I just kind of wish
Oh, the
maybe if
goggles
there was a
are great.
way to see the eyes. I think that would be better, but I also get why you don't. It kind of clashes with the whole noir thing, but
Yeah, he doesn't. We don't usually see the eyes all too often, except for like the very dramatic moments, like when he shoots Vulture, when he's on top of Aunt May about to eat her.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, Vulture's a cannibal in this universe.
what is it with Marvel alternate universes and making bad guys making characters are like cannibals? First the Hulk and now Vulture. Good lord. At least, well,
I mean,
to be
Vulture,
fair with
it
the
fits a
Vulture,
bit.
at least it works with the name.
Yeah, like it's very much they're circus freaks, and like yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
like
it works.
Goblin is a goblin.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
works
Chameleon
extremely well
literally
in
folds
universe.
his-
So I'm not
Yeah,
slagging. It's
Chameleon
just like,
he molds his face like a proto Clayface or something, like Golden Age Clayface.
ooh, freaky.
It's very cool.
Very freaky. So what do you
Yeah.
think about this noir suit then?
I would give it an 8.
All right, that is
Yeah,
totally.
it's a suit I really like using.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, whenever I pick the suit, I do a terrible Nicolas Cage impression.
Good for you, man. Good for you, Babs. Good for you.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Next up, we have the Scarlet Spider, big honkin' web nozzles included.
I love this suit so much. Like Scarlet Spider was already iconic, but this suit basically like is the perfect like realistic Scarlet Spider suit in my opinion. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I used to I kind of made like a little MCU Spider-Man fan fiction before the Far From Home's ending. Just kind of nuked it. It's like oh that doesn't work now. And I had a Clone Saga where I would have Ben Reilly use the homemade suit, which we will see later, and then he would make this suit. And it was basically just this suit, but real. And that's never gonna happen. They're never gonna touch the Clone Saga. But
for better and definitely for better and a little bit for worse, but
I was gonna do more Ultimate Clone Saga anyways, which it's funny that Clone Saga is one of the worst Spider-Man stories, but also one of the best Spider-Man stories.
yeah, it's weird. I mean, it did give us Ben. And
it did give and in that universe it gave us Jess, my favorite trans lesbian and Spider Queen.
With the Scarlet Spider, what I do like as well is that it does also feel like homemade, because it's like part of the costume's key element is just he's got a sleeveless hoodie that he like spray painted the spider on. You can even see that the paint is imperfect on some of the legs, which is like
and
he
just
used a decal.
Threw it on a red jumpsuit and was just like, all right, I'm gonna go fight Venom.
Yep, exactly. The ankle pouches are so 90s, but then Ben Reilly is so 90s, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, he has them, so.
Can you explain to me why he has the hollow decoy power? Is it because he's a clone, or?
I don't think so. He doesn't really use those. Like, his main gadget that he, like, invented on his own was the impact web, which we do see as an ability, and it's...
Wait, he invented the impact web?
Yep. In the comics, that was his thing.
Shit, put some respect on Ben Reilly's name, goddamn.
Yeah. It would like shoot a little thing and then it becomes a big web thing.
Yeah.
So,
you know what?
Yeah.
Which would explain the nozzles, because they can contain the big, like his impact webs now. So I kind of like these more now. I gave this suit an 8 before, but now that the nozzles kind of have a reason, I'm gonna give it like an 8.5. Like I like this suit. One of the big the suit is obviously super faithful. The one thing I know why they didn't do it, but I think what would have been really funny and super cool is if they got a different voice actor. or like Yuri Lowenthal did like a slightly gravelier version. Like just has a
he just sounds like Peter because
well, he is a
clone
of Peter,
but
just as a
there's a throwaway line. It's like, I wish I could clone myself. And it's like, Peter, no, you don't. You don't. But also, I do like Ben, and I do like Kane, and I do like Jess. So maybe let it happen.
Well, sure, why not?
I personally would. I give this a 9. I don't mind the exposed web shooters, that much. I mean, it's just the 90s vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
It rules.
Also, it's Ben Reilly.
The 90s. Yeah, and good thing for him for having a cool suit in video game. It's
exactly
more than what he has now in the comics.
Oh God, let's not get started with the comics because I'm a little bit upset with them at the minute.
Oh yeah. Don't get me started.
Next up, we have the electrically insulated suit.
Where do I start?
Well,
Okay.
where do you start?
I like Spider-Man making a special suit for practicality reasons to like fight special villains, but also, could you make it look good?
I mean,
I don't know.
like,
I'm not too fond of the spider logo. It's like a mix of a Black Widow symbol with a but also making it the legs, which is a neat idea, but also makes it look like it's a spider with only 4 legs instead of 8. So
you know what this makes
Yeah.
me think of? This makes me think of the spider's gonna go to the YMCA.
yeah, that's a good point.
Don't
Yeah.
copyright me on this. I didn't play the song, and I can't sing good enough.
I mean, I can sing decently, but also I don't want to. So
Yeah, that's fair. I like
Yeah.
that it's kind of poofy and has the electrical resistant material.
yeah,
I feel like the colors need a little more pop. That would probably help this suit.
yeah.
That would really help this suit a lot. And I
I'm
can't.
not too fond of the eyes personally.
No.
That's something that can really make or break a Spider-Man suit for me. Just the eyes.
Well, of course, because like, especially thanks to the cartoon, and especially thanks to like the MCU and the Spider-Verse, like, eyes matter on a spider suit. So
Yeah, they're arguably like one of the most important features.
exactly, like you can't have a spider suit without big bold eyes, and as we'll see in another suit that fails in this spectacularly, that's a major problem. Also, why the hell does he have just random bicep cuffs on his frickin' arms?
Yeah, Pete, if those are metal, that's gonna conduct.
Exactly. Like I don't like this right here. Get rid of this. Make the colors more bold, and I don't know, maybe shrink the
They're
the-
like a shoulder logo. It's like something like a logo bolt thing on his shoulder or something. Because
yeah.
I don't know if that's just lighting from what I'm looking at.
No. He actually has like he has weird like yeah. He definitely has like weird like bowls on his shoulders. What is
Yeah,
that?
I don't get why those are there.
I give this
Overall-
suit. I give this suit 5.5.
Yeah, I give it a 4. It's
Ooh.
not the worst, but I'm never gonna play as it.
Yeah, I mean like
Got that electric punch though, which is really helpful.
yeah. I like this suit's concept a lot.
Yeah,
It just
I love Spider-Man creating suits to like special suits to combat certain villains. It's cool.
This, not so much.
The execution, yeah, there are better examples that that we can literally show in this list.
Exactly. This not being one of them, the negative suit.
Yep, it's a black and white negative version of the advanced suit, but it works mostly.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's just it's the advanced suit with a filter on it. I can't really give that much of like different opinion on it.
what I
Overall, I'd give it a 7.
yeah,
It's fun to play when you're in Mr. Negative's world, but
that's literally what I do.
Um,
I pop this on whenever Mr. Negative is in Spidey's head. And that's about it. But
and even then, it's kind of, well, at least for me, it's a little jarring because usually I'll be playing a different suit because I don't often play with the advanced suit that often, and then there will be times where I just play that suit, but I'm very indecisive when it comes to these suits.
that's totally fair. Yeah, I think giving this a 7
Yeah.
is reasonable. I mean, it's just the advanced suit with a filter on it. So I've heard some people call this suit a wasted slot, and like, I don't entirely disagree, but at the same time,
Yeah.
your villain is Mr. Negative. This
You might as well go all the way.
yeah, plus, I mean, if it's a relatively easy thing to do, just to slap a filter on it and make sure it doesn't glitch or whatever, and then it's good to go. Like, there are some suits in here that must have been harder to make than this. So,
Yeah.
and like easy suits, I'm not mad about as long as there's not too many of them. And this is a good example
Yeah.
of an easy suit that does it well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like the two, like classic and classic damaged, like same sort of idea.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that the classic damage is there for you to be like, well, I gotta get a new suit, and then you get the advanced suit in. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like you don't see this for very long, and this is ultimately an optional suit. So I'm not too fussed about easy suits.
yeah.
Speaking of easy suits, we have the MCU Stark suit.
I have always loved this costume. I know some people aren't too fond of the black stripes, but, and hear me out, it works well when you like think about it as like comic shading and how they would like, shade the blue parts.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to explain. I get the complaints about the blue on the blue lines on the blue, but that they don't stick out like a sore thumb, especially in this game. I think they don't. I don't really notice them that well. I love the eyes. It's a staple of MCU Spider-Man at this point. Even if I kind of wish they went with the Bagley eyes for the new suit. I was never the same after that concept art was revealed. I was just like, wait, he took that away from me. He took it away. He took Spider-Man away from me.
Well, maybe he'll show up in another movie or something.
I would love that.
I'm
Yeah.
like with the Stark suit and the spider in particular.
I get it. Yeah, it's
like the spider.
I
Is
have
cute.
the concept art book for Homecoming, and their thought process was to like make it like a more techie spider that could also turn into a drone. And with that in mind, I get what they're going for.
Yeah, this is Spider Bro.
At the same, yeah, but at the same time, I get why some people don't like it. I like the size of it.
Yeah,
personally,
that's my only real complaint. I would actually make this a little bit bigger, but that's just me.
Like I don't mind bigger logos. Like the Disneyland, the suit they made for the Disneyland one, or I guess just the new No Way Home suit. I think is a pretty perfect size.
Yeah.
For the logo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we're
I
definitely
really
getting
hope
we're definitely getting that suit in Spider-Man 2. So
we better.
well,
I mean, we've got like 5 billion mods of it in for the PC version.
well, yeah, and I mean, again, MCU synchrosity. There's a ton of there's a couple of MCU suits in here, so I have no doubts. Let's move on to a suit that I recently found was actually quite divisive, which shocked me because of how much I love it. The Secret War suit.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, we forgot. Wait, we forgot to rate the Stark suit. I give it a 7.
Oh right, I give it a 9, and that very well could just be personal bias because Homecoming is like my favorite live-action Spider-Man movie. But
well,
yeah.
Well, if I've learned anything
I give
about
it a
all of
9
the like
personally.
ratings and review shows, the secret sauce is really just be honest, and you're honest about your biases, so that's valid.
Yep.
Then
I'm a simple man.
Then we have the suit that apparently I'm alone in really liking.
And you're alone in really liking it in this show as well. This gosh darn suit, appears in like 5 panels of one comic, yet it makes its way into every single video game, like every single Spider-Man game ever made, and I don't get it.
well, okay.
It's different enough to get a slot in, I get, and I like this. Of all the versions of this suit in the video games that I've seen, this is certainly the best version of it. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate, defendant, whatever the fuck. Let me plead my case here. First off,
I shall.
First off, black. Just black. Black is a good. It's a shade. I don't give a care. Black is a good color, and it works with pretty much everything. The like sort of plastisteel big honkin' spider that hugs over it, and the blue spider I actually really like, partially because it's strikingly different, but also black and blue just works. My major complaint, this is the thing that, like, black, red, and blue are always kind of hard to match ratio-wise. I think this is one of the better ways to do it, where it's mostly black, and then you have the other colors in relatively even distribution, but they picked such an unsaturated shade of red that it detracts this from a 9 to an 8.5.
Like in the comics and like the other video games, it's like an orange. Like that's the real why this isn't red, this is orange.
Yeah, for
There's
sure. Like,
big
if
thing.
this was like an actual red, like, if we go back a little bit, like, even if it had the same red as the Stark suit, this would be a 9.5 suit for me. But because it isn't, it bumps it down to a 9, just because it's like, what will you do? Like, more saturation in the webs, and this would be an amazing suit, and I wear it all the goddamn time. But, well,
Yeah.
well, you're the spider expert, so I gave my rating, I gave you my thoughts. This is probably gonna be our biggest gap.
I really like I like the logo at least, but everything else, I'm just I'm not in love with it. I give it like a 4
Fuck. Yeah. Look at that. We're
or
like,
3.5.
oh my god. Good
I'm
lord,
sorry. This suit, this gosh darn suit.
man.
I
Like,
don't know exactly what it is about it, but it just
man, I feel so alone in this.
I
but-
don't. But I'm not against you, Gabriel Delato. You do good work. You did create another good suit in this game, so I forgive you.
Yeah.
And
Plus, I mean, like, I'm not mad. I love this suit. I love this suit, and
yeah, I love that you love this suit.
right? And it's like, I'm not mad at anybody who doesn't like this suit. I get it. Everybody's got their own personal taste, but I find it hilarious that we were almost 6 whole points apart on this suit, which is, I think,
Yeah.
one of the biggest, like, gradient differences I've ever had in any of my rating shows when I've had a guest, which is hilarious.
Well, you got me. He was very opinionated on Spider-Man stuff, so.
Well, speaking of Spider-Man stuff, Spider Armor Mark II.
This is a suit that I never got the hate for. Like, it was designed by Marcos Martin, who is, like, one of the best Spider-Man artists of the modern era. He worked with Slott a lot, but when he worked with Slott, it was still good.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
it's...
I have the book that suit appears in my hands right now. It appears after a really good story. J. Jonah Jameson's wife dies because through the Spider Slayer, but then he Spider-Man, like doing that, he loses his spider sense, so he uses a bulletproof suit so he can take a hit at least.
Yeah.
You know, because at the time there was, I'm forgetting his name. Oh, Massacre. He's just a dude with no emotions, and he can't, like, he just takes a gun, explosives, he'll do anything. And so Spider-Man creating a bulletproof suit was a smart choice.
Absolutely. Like, I know that, like, the lore about it is basically the spider armor is there because Pete loses his spider sense for a little bit, which, hey, if you lose your ability to dodge bullets, you might as well be able to take bullets.
Exactly.
So, and I really, and like, black and gold, just, black and gold I love.
It's so striking.
Yeah, like,
I always really like this suit.
I think my biggest complaint is the texture inconsistency. Like, it's not a huge thing, but if the entire suit was made out of the same glossy material as the helmet, this would be a 9. But it's like an 8 because it almost needs the glossy to, like, really complete it. Because with the gold, and especially that big, bold spider being super shiny, with the shiny black to contrast it, whoa.
Well, that would be amazing. I mean, I am looking at it, at the actual comic suit, and that does seem to be how it is just made in the comics. Like, the helmet is a lot shinier than the rest of the black material.
Okay, so it's at least faithful to the comics, which that bumps it back up to a 9
there's
for
fabric
me.
built into the suit as well, because he still needs to move. One of the biggest problems with the Spider-Man Mark I armor is that it kind of limited his mobility a bit.
Yeah,
so
which we'll get to the Spider Armor Mark 1 in a little bit. I love that there's all 4 of them are here, but
I love all of them.
But yeah, like the fact that it's comics accurate bumps us back up to a 9 for me. I really like the Mark II Spider
Yeah, this is like my second go-to stealth suit. It's not technically made for stealth. It's made for, like, taking bullets, like, in front of other people. But, you know,
well,
I still really like this suit. I like the collar a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the way the eyes look.
Yeah,
Look, it's
this
just
was another one that I was like not so sure about, but I mean like this is kind of one of the exceptions to the narrow eyes thing that I talked about earlier.
I really love the suit.
Absolutely.
I give it a 9.
Yeah, I wholly agree with that.
Yeah, this is the suit I wear
Hobie!
all the time.
Hobie!
My freaking goat.
Yes, frickin' love the Spider-Punk suit. First off, just outright, this is a 9.5 for me. I'm a sucker for suits that really do feel like homemade and the whole punk aesthetic. I went to an art school and graduated from an art school that was like huge into like the punk and grunge emo scene. So you had a lot
I'm
of
jealous.
So you had a lot of like the kind of the alt designs, a lot of goth people, metal heads, people with patches and stuff. So seeing the Spider-Punk suit in the game was super fucking kick ass.
Yeah, this was like a pre-order bonus, right? Like you got this, like if you pre-ordered the game, you immediately got it.
What they did with the pre-order bonuses was really smart. They didn't like make anything exclusive to the pre-order. This is just an early unlock, and and this is one of the early unlocks that is also you just unlock early in the game anyways. So so even if you didn't pre-order it or if you got it years later and you're a big fan of Spider-Punk, it doesn't take very long for you to get this suit. So
yeah. I think the same applied for the PC version, where if you pre-ordered it, you got those same pre-order bonuses, like pre-order early unlocks.
That makes sense for me.
Yeah, so I really like this suit. The only thing that I'm not too fond of are the eyes.
Really?
Just the way they don't look. They're slightly different from the base Insomniac Spider-Man lenses, which I really like those lenses, but I don't really like how it looks on the punk suit. If you ask me, I would make the lenses completely different, like a lot sharper, so you get more of that punk vibe, which who doesn't want that?
Yeah,
like when you read Spider-Punk comics, that's what his eyes are always like.
Just super sharp. Yeah, I would agree. I think if anything is missing, it's that. And like normally I would be like, why do you not have the spider on the chest? But then you have the spider is a big freaking patch on the denim jacket. So
yeah, and I mean, it's got the like the red on the suit kind of is the spider.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Gwen's suit. The white of her suit is the spider.
Yeah, exactly. So like I would give this suit a 9.
Yeah.
Like if it had the sharp eyes, it'd be like a 9.5 for me.
Yeah, I give it an 8 just because, I mean, the eyes, the suit power rocks, but yeah.
God bless you for that pun.
One
of my favorite things I did one point is I ran right up to the Empire State Building, made sure I was going to fall into the street, then clicked rock out.
I need to do that next time I play.
Oh yes, just do that, and wow!
It's such a vibe.
Absolutely. Next up, we have the wrestler suit.
Again, I'm an Ultimate Spider-Man fanboy, so seeing this suit.
Is this the ultimate version of the wrestler suit?
Yep. Yeah, this was before the wrestling company gave him just a blank red and black suit that he eventually just drew webs on and a spider logo to make a Spider-Man suit.
Oh, I get you. So this is effectively like I can totally tell it's like he's got sweatpants and like a cardigan sweater that again he spray painted the spider on with a decal.
Yeah, this is a high school who slapped this together at the mall.
Yeah, literal. Yeah,
that's where they were holding.
What is your budget for a Spider-Man costume? $30. Okay.
That's all Peter's money at the time.
I like that. As I mentioned, like that was the most amount of money I ever had, and since come to think about it,
and then he got even more money out of the wrestling thing and just gave it to his aunt and uncle to pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the best thing about him. It is super duper basic, but that's exactly part of its charm, right? So
it's like a homemade suit.
You can't go wrong with that. I give this like a 7.5.
Yeah, I give it a 7.
Yeah. Okay, and plus King of the Ring is hilarious because I mean, it's just like
You just throw people around.
it's the perfect suit power for a wrestler inspired suit. Then we have Fear itself.
Yeah, of all the wrestler inspired Spider-Man suits, this is my favorite one. Like no shade to the human spider.
Yeah. No shame to the human spider at all. Then we have Fear itself.
This is a suit I'm mixed on.
Yeah.
I always like the concept of it.
Where it's
something just feels off. Yeah, but I like the blue and black color scheme, and with glowing webs. That's something that really appeals to me for some reason. Like,
well, it's
this
shiny.
was during like a Thor event, so this is Asgardian like technology that he made into a Spider-Man suit.
Which I think is super cool that they implemented something Asgardian in this game. Like, how often does the suit even show up?
Oh, it appeared like in that like one event thing and then never showed up again.
So it's nice to see this.
But
you know what bothers me about this actually? It's the weird bladed gauntlet things.
Yeah, those are from the costume, but I do see the clash in it.
Yeah, like if this was...
It does make sense for the quad damage thing, which...
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's a lifesaver sometimes.
Yeah. But this one and Unrelenting Fury were the suit powers I mained during the Silver Lining DLC because I could not stand those fucking minigun brutes. Why were they so busted?
Oh.
You couldn't web them.
They were so busted.
You couldn't web them. You barely could hit them.
The difficulty spike in that DLC is insane.
It's like
I could breeze like the entirety of the main game without dying. Like even when I was first playing, and I usually play on Ultimate nowadays. The DLC is busted hard.
And then it's like, okay, well then screw you then. Playing through the DLC again, I did find a good loophole where it's just use the focus, build the focus, and then just use the 2 bars for an instant finisher. Fuck fighting these guys.
That's what I do. Like I'll just like use the quad damage, get a bunch of people down, and then like when I see like a bunch of minigun guys, switch to battle focus, and then build that up. Dodge enough times because
what else can you frickin' do? Like these guys are immune to everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that utility alone bumps the suit up to like a 7.5 for me. Otherwise it would be like a 6.5 because the gauntlets clash.
Yeah, I give it a 6 too.
You know what I would do?
I like the concept, not so much the execution.
Yeah,
what would you do?
You know what I would do for the gauntlets to bump it back up? I'd make these big round bits glow blue.
That could really work, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like if it
gives more synergy between and maybe like the gauntlets a little darker to match the black sections.
Yeah. Once that's done, that's perfectly fine by me. And then so yeah, that's Fear itself, which I love the idea of the suit. It just kind of falls flat. The big time suit.
Big time.
The big time suit.
This one I actually have a bit of a story for.
Tell me the story.
Okay, so when I was first playing like Spider-Man PS4, we had just rented a PS4 for us to play for me to play the game because my mom doesn't really like video games that much, which whatever. I get it, but also I want to play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, and eventually, like I was just playing the game, but then I got sick, and I was going to go see the Michael Jackson Percy Jackson in show, but then I couldn't go because I was sick. So I just stayed home and I just worked my butt off to get this suit because it was the suit that my youngest sister really wanted to play in. So yeah, I just kind of played it for her, which even then, it's still a great suit.
Indeed. Let me tell you right now, I both love and feel so freaking bad for this suit because, correct me if I'm wrong, but the green bits can change color, right?
Yes, they can. They change colors depending on what kind of, like if he's going invisible or soundproof, like just eliminating all the sound that he makes. Yeah, there are other features, but it's been a while since I've read Big Time. It's a fun story, but also it's just kind of whatever.
Okay, yeah, because
It's Slot.
that's
Dan Slot.
okay. Yes, Dan Slott is whatever. The thing that kills me about this is that I would have loved, absolute, like, this would probably be my main spider suit, no joke, if it did this, where the eyes.
You know what really sucks about that?
What?
That they're doing shaders for the next game too. So like, and who knows if they'll have this suit in there? You know?
Yeah, but like this right here. Here's the thing that bothers me about this suit. Because of its ability to change color, I would love it if it just, like, as you're swinging around, it gradually just kind of changes color on its own. But then in specific situations, like, it stays green in combat, it turns red when you're almost dead, and then it kind of turns into this kind of dull...
Blue?
Into a blue
That's
color.
the other color it turns.
Yeah,
That's
when
the
it turns
color.
into a blue...
Those are the three colors it turns into.
Yeah, but it turns into a blue color when it's in stealth mode, which... If it just did that, this would be a 10 out of 10 suit. Otherwise, it's a 9 for me.
Yeah, I give it a 9 too. Yeah, I really like the Big Time suit a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love that they also
Umberto
specify where it
Ramos,
came from.
I can't believe I used to dislike your art. You are amazing, and I love you. That jackpot costume for Mary Jane though, that was a miss. This wasn't though. This wasn't.
The jackpot suit?
I'm not gonna get into it.
In a word, describe it.
Bland.
Oof.
That's not how Mary Jane should ever dress.
Bland for Mary Jane? Woof. Alright. On to my favorite suit in the game. Spider Armor Mark III.
This is my goat. This is like the main... This suit is the main inspiration for, like, my Spider Sona.
Yeah.
Like, that... Like, combining this with, like, Nightwing. Like, his black and blue suit with, like, the symbiote logo-ish kind of thing. And, like, the helmet, gauntlets, and boots of this suit.
Oh, like, this suit... This suit I love. And I've created ideas for, like, a Simkarian anti-Spider-Man agent that wears a suit very similar to this.
Yeah.
And
it's funny because in this story that this is from, he's working with Silver Sable.
Oh, that is sick. And then...
Yeah.
And then one other thing I really like
That's actually a story where she dies, but also not because it's comics.
Well, yeah, because comics are a revolving door when it comes to dead people, except for Uncle Ben.
Yep. And Gwen Stacy. Even then, sometimes.
Well, Spider-Gwen.
But,
they found a way to make it work. This suit is simply incredible. One of the best parts about it is how flexible it is. Like, its suit power is whatever, but I love setting this suit up with Electric Punch or the Arms Race or Spider Bro. Like, I imagine, like, you know the big spider bulge on his back?
This is his, like, at least for the Big Time era, this is, like, his peak suit. Like, he created this to take on the Sinister Six when they were threatening to, like, possibly, like, hold the world hostage with global warming. I'm not joking about that.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty creative way to hold the world hostage, accelerated global warming. Yeah. I gotta give the Sinister Six props. They don't fuck around with their evil plots.
Yeah. Doc Ock is like, I'm going to bake the world, and there will be a few number of people that survive, and they will all remember me as, like, the villain of all time.
Which, bake the world, damn. That is a perfect supervillain plot, because on the surface, it's super cheesy, but even with just a shaving down deep, you realize, holy shit, that's actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah, like, earlier in the story, they, like, show an example of, like, the Arctic Circle, Ecuador, Iowa, Illinois, people they feel like they're melting because of this.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
The Ends of the Earth storyline was a story that my best friend in 4th grade showed me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love that Spider-Man suit so much. I was able to... My aunt eventually got this for me on, like, a New Year's thing, and I read it, and I have a soft spot for this storyline as much as I'm meh on Dan Slott's work. Well, I'll always have a love for this suit.
Well, I mean,
and the story.
Well, a stopped clock is right twice a day, right? So.
Yeah, by all means, like, an armored, gadget-heavy Spider-Man shouldn't work that well, but it does here.
And
Yeah.
I think the
It was
reason
designed by
designed by
Stephanie Cassili. Designed by Stephanie Cassili. Yeah. Unfortunately, her dead name is, in this book because came out before she came out.
well,
As,
but that's just the nature of time. It's like I'm not deleting my old videos with my dead name in it because it's part of history.
Yeah, you could say this design was made by a trans woman, so that's very cool for me.
And what I liked, just to talk about the suit design in particular, like on the surface, you think the spider has 6 legs. That's weird, but then you realize that the 7th and 8th legs actually kind of bleed into the suit, which A is super cool.
Yeah.
But B, I think the reason why this suit in particular works extremely well is because it doesn't overdo the armor. In a couple of the other armored suits, it's way too bulky. This is a really good blend of it. Plus, like, if this was a fabric suit, you would instantly recognize this as a Spider-Man suit.
Yeah. There are points where he takes off, like, the armor bits, and it's just sort of like a gray-black jumpsuit with, like, some red stripes down on it, and, like, bolts for him to attach the armor to. And it's just a really practical suit for I'm going to go around the world and fight the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
And just try my best.
Yeah, this is the
funny thing.
This is the suit Spidey busts out if he really needs
made
it.
From Dr. Octopus's one of his old inventions to control control his Octobot armory. So unfortunately, Otto saw through all his plans. He even stole his ideas to make his gadgets to take down the Avengers. Oh yeah, the Sinister Six beat the Avengers in this storyline. They kicked their butt, except for Electro. He gets shot in his space.
Well,
and Mysterio, Hawkeye takes him down. Which, yeah.
Well, he's the master of illusion, not the master of magic, right? So.
Yeah. Spider-Man just turns on a special lens. Is like, dude, you got him. It's like, but he's right there. He's still standing. No, you got him, and don't worry.
Yeah, who knows Mysterio better than this guy? Well, we've gushed about this suit enough. Let's talk about what I think is the most bizarre.
Oh wait, we forgot to rank it.
I gave it a 10.
Oh, I gave it a 10 too.
Yeah, no, this is the spider suit for me.
This is personally my favorite spider armor. Just I feel like it accomplishes it's an armor for Spider-Man, and it does it's pretty much the first one that actually uses the proper color scheme. So
exactly, and it's it works so damn well. We as much as we like Spider Armor Mark II, this takes it to a whole other level, and I really dig it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the storyline again as I'm going through it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yep.
I presume you have a bookshelf full of Spider comics, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah. I need a new bookshelf.
Okay, this one you'll have to explain to me because I think this right here is the most unusual addition to the game. What the fuck is Spirit Spider? What the hell is this?
It's a universe where Spider-Man, where Spider-Man got the Spirit of Vengeance, and he became, get this, Ghost Spider. This was the original Ghost Spider before Gwen took the name.
Oh my.
And so they're like, we're gonna call it Spirit Spider, which, I mean, Spirit of Vengeance, it still works. I mean, I think it arguably works better.
Yeah.
But it's a suit that I love to play, in a challenge, But if you play it through the story, it's really weird.
Yeah, fun fact, I have never used this suit ever since I unlocked it.
My brother this is my little brother's favorite suit, just because it's a flaming skull. How could you not love it?
How old is your little brother?
He's only 3 years younger than me, so, I'm 19.
He's 16?
Yeah, he's 16.
Well, of course he's gonna love it.
I mean, I love it too, so.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I wish the spider legs were a little more pronounced, but
it works really well with this thing. I never use this suit, not because I don't like it. It's just so jarring.
Yeah, it's just like every other suit, and then there's this thing.
Yeah, it's like you
This
got.
abomin.
It's like you look at this thing and you go, "Are you sure you belong here?"
Yeah,
And just because
it's like
it's
every other
confusing and
suit is
it's
something that he will put on, or in this case of one particular suit, take off. But but then this one, no, you become him.
yeah,
And
yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like again, if you like this suit, more power to you. I'm just more baffled than anything, so I'm just gonna give this 6.5 to play it
get
safe.
I get it, but at the same time, flaming skull, flaming skull, flaming skull.
So what do you give this?
Character design.
So what do you give this freaking skull then?
I give it a 7. It's a cool suit. I would never play it during the story.
That would be so freaking jarring. Ah, God. And then we have Spider Armor Mark IV, which
This is the best this suit has ever looked. Which, I mean, it probably helps because it really gets to shine on its own.
But
As much as I am not fond of the Parker Industries era where they made him a billionaire because Otto Octavia shenanigans, I really do like the suit. Like I really like how they made all the webs just complete straight lines because it's armor. It's
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
it's very geometric.
yes, and I think that works. I
And-
love the big logo. I love the that is probably ideal big logo size if it's not supposed to be like intentionally oversized like Iron Spider or Ends of the Earth and all that. You know?
Right. This is like you want to go big, but you don't want to overdo it. This is the suit for you.
Yeah, just it takes up the whole chest. This
Yeah.
is the suit was designed by Alex Ross, so
Oh
yeah, it looks good.
well. Alex Ross's plans for Barbara aside, good lord, does that man have fantastic?
Yeah, I have.
I
Alex,
have
love
words
your
for
art.
Lazarus
Some of
Vampire
your-
Babs.
Yeah, I love your artwork. Your story ideas are kind of whack.
This is why you. It's
Mark Wade really made Kingdom Come like work as well as it did because if it wasn't, it probably would have been like, oh, your heroes aren't as are lame. I need my heroes are the better ones, which I think Mark Wade definitely helped a lot. Making that story realized.
like it's a thing. There's a reason why comics need good writers and good artists. If you have somebody who claims to be both, they're talking out of their ass.
Hey, wait a second.
Look, there are exceptions. There are exceptions, but let me give you a few examples of what I'm talking about. Right, like Bruce Timm. Hate the man.
I get it.
I physically hate the man. And this is not just because I don't like his blah blah blah. I had lunch with Bruce Timm once.
Oh wow.
He was at a con, and I had lunch with a guy, and skeeved me the fuck out. I don't like him, personally, but
that's completely fair.
His art design, especially during the animated series era before they switched over to his kind of standard, was really freaking good. I really do like it, and of course it stands out. So, but then you have Paul Dini writing for the animated series, and it works extremely well. So
and Alan Burnett and all that.
Yeah, another example, Kingdom Come. Alex Ross, god tier artist, not the greatest with story ideas. Mark Wade, I imagine he can't draw that well. I don't know him, so I can't say for sure. But I'm not. But when it comes to writing,
Mark Wade, that man can write.
Yeah, so you gotta. So it's one of those things where don't put all of your eggs in one basket if you're making a creative team. But I understand that. But I understand the concern of too many chefs.
Android, I do go like, okay, if I'm going to write this, I'm not going to draw all of it. I'm going to have another artist to work with.
Yeah, exactly. Like I get the whole ethos of too many chefs in the kitchen spoil the dish, which is true. But but don't lone wolf anything like this. Always get a buddy if you can.
And I mean, Alex Ross's covers for this era were too good because the stories were we're bad. Clone conspiracy.
Oh no!
That might have been like the lowest point of modern Spider-Man comics, and I don't mean that lightly.
Even with what the hell's going on right now?
Yes.
Oh damn. All right, so that's fair. So back to the Mark IV suit.
Back to the suit.
This is
Back
gonna
to
be
the
a
suit
this
itself.
is gonna be a long one, so you might want to make a meal or go to sleep to this thing. But this suit right here, I'm a magpie. I love shiny shit. This is shiny shit.
Fair enough.
Yes. And like, if you're gonna do a shiny suit, this is the way to do it. With the kind of the shiny foil mesh for the blue, and then the shiny armor tiles. It's also like peak flexibility. This is probably my this is tied for Mark II for my second favorite for different reasons. Because like the Mark II armor has that really striking, very different but it works color scheme. This has the texture and the overall spider vibe for Spider-Man.
Yeah. And let me just say, nothing beats playing this suit at night because it glows. The eyes and logo glow.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Which is friggin' awesome. Which I give this suit a 9 for sure. Same rating as I would give the Mark II suit.
Same. Of all the classic suit variants, I'd say this is my second favorite one.
Behind the classic flavored classic?
You'll see later.
Okay. Then we have I want to talk about this suit because I personally was so disappointed with this suit in game. It looked so cool in the trailers, but actually seeing it in game, it's like, okay, my biggest complaint before with the original Velocity suit, which this is one of their original suits if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, designed by Andy Gradoff, who also designed like a lot of the beginning like Iron Man suits for the MCU movies.
Oh, okay.
He's also he does do other comic work, like he's done Iron Man Extremis. He's actually done some Spider-Man himself. He drew a Venom one shot that Mark Waid wrote.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying.
I'm
not saying I hate. Sorry, go ahead.
I actually have that story now that I think about it.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, I got it.
Nice.
It's the story where Eddie figures out he has cancer after the symbiote made him think he had cancer, but then he didn't. But it's like, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. The symbiote made him think he had cancer, so he would keep the suit, but then he actually got cancer.
Oh, well,
so,
damn.
Yeah. Then it became anti-venom and he was fine, so.
So there we go. So here's the thing. Here is, again, I do not dislike this suit. I actually do like this suit. And Blitz, in my opinion, is an underrated suit power. But.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell you, when you have Blitz on, if you aim at a bad guy and hit the triangle button, it's just going to wipe the floor with the crowd because of the Blitz power, creating that shockwave that knocks down, and it's really good against brutes in particular because even if you miss and the brute yanks you towards him, the yank counts as movement, which means Blitz activates.
Yep.
Which means he yanks you, he gets knocked off a building.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's very fun.
Blitz is totally underrated. Although I find it funny that I actually did the math on this because I did a video about how fast Spider-Man moves in this game. The Blitz speed boost for sprinting only increases sprint speed by about 10 to 15%. It's not a huge thing, which is part of the disappointment. I wanted this suit to be like, you turn Blitz on, you turn into the Flash. And unfortunately, it doesn't.
I don't think the PS4 could handle all that.
Well, I don't need it to be like what I mean is that like even doubling the speed would be nice, or tripling the speed.
I get what you mean.
Right, like because when he's running up walls, he's running way faster than when he's sprinting on the ground. So if he had the wall running speed on the ground with Blitz, most of my disappointment with the suit would be gone. The other disappointment I have is that the blue bits of the teal, cyan, whatever, the color is fine. But again, the advanced suit could have used more saturation in the red. but this doesn't glow enough. It is not bright enough. I want this to be a fucking
Yeah.
spotlight. As you're like swinging through the city, you're just big and bright. But no, it doesn't do that. So, this suit, if it had those, would be a 9 for me. So, but with the factors between the disappointing suit power and the colors being a little and not being bright enough with the glowies, it's a 7 for me.
Same here. Actually, I'd probably give it a 6, to be honest. It's
I
not
do-
a suit I wear. I'm not into the eyes, which, as I mentioned, that's a big point for me.
Yeah. I actually don't mind the eyes that much because, like, if this is meant to be a suit where Spidey goes fast,
He also, there was a tie-in comic about this, and he used it to fight Swarm, which, yeah, you probably don't want not see bees in your eyes, so I get why they made it look like goggles.
yeah, like it's like I do not mind. Like I do like this suit. It's just it needs a couple of improvements for me to love it. You know?
Yeah, like, make a few adjustments here and there, and you're golden.
Yeah, make the glowy bits actually glow, and then we're good to go. My dude.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the MCU Iron Spider suit.
Yeah. I flip-flop on this suit a lot, too. At first, I was like, oh, it's more like the classic Spider-Man suit. I kind of wish it was more unique. And then I'm like, it doesn't look too bad. But then I'm like, I wish it was more unique. But then I was like, yeah, I can never get a firm opinion on this suit. Besides being sort of overused in the MCU Spider-Man suits, but I get why but I like how they sort of, quote-unquote, got rid of it.
Yeah, or at the very least, they included the comic variant, which we will get to. But
Yeah.
I mean, this suit also gives you the iron arms, which has extra functionality, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But like the iron arms are friggin' awesome.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And I do love how bold and again shiny the suit is. It is a really good redesign because any redesign elements like the eyes and whatnot are slight.
Yeah.
And that's all it really needs because this suit is super shiny and I'm here for it. Like as far as MCU suits go, I think this one's my favorite.
I still have a fondness for the Stark suit and the upgraded suit, but you know.
Yeah. I totally get that. And like they're not bad suits. It's just this one is my personal favorite. I'm
just not too in love with the gold and blue combination, at least.
Yeah, like the slate blue is a little bit of a weird choice, but I mean, whatever. Or I call it slate blue. It's like but you know what I mean, kind of that grayish blue color. I give this like
I give it a
7.5.
I give it a 6.5.
6.5 for you?
Yeah.
All right, that's totally fair. And I mean, again,
I like the blue eyes.
Oh yes,
I like the
100% understand that. Okay, now this one, I don't know why it's called the black suit, but 2099
in the
classic.
comics. It's technically supposed to be black, but they all, according to Peter David, it's blue-black.
So kind of got lost in translation, and now it's like this odd, almost midnight purple.
Yeah.
But as far as like the 2099 suits go, I actually prefer this, and low gravity makes for a really funny XP hack.
That's true.
Because if you've ever wanted to get a crime. Or even like a challenge, like completing a challenge worth of experience just by doing tricks, go to one of the tall buildings in New York, jump off, activate low gravity, and just do tricks. I was once able to get Spidey McMarks, which is one of each of the 4 tricks that he can do. The triple helix, which you can do by going left, right, left, as well as just doing 3 twists in any direction. And then 3 front flips and 3 back flips into a swing, and I got like 100 experience points out of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so low gravity is super cool.
I don't use air tricks in Spider-Man PS in like the first Spider-Man game as I do in Miles Morales. I think they were a lot better implemented there.
Well, of course, because Miles Morales. Yeah. Because if anybody's gonna be doing tricks in the air, it's gonna be Miles.
Yeah, and I love him for it. Anyways, on this suit, I always loved Spider-Man 2099. I have his first issue, like somewhere in a box. But yeah, it took me a moment. It took me a while to get used to the eyes being more narrow. But I think that's mostly just because I was so used to the Beanox model from like Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time, and all that. You know.
Yeah. And what I really like about the eyes in particular is that the eyes are kind of made from this pattern over the eyes.
Yeah.
Which I think is actually a really clever take on that. Like, if we can get a side view of this. There it is. Like, it's almost like he has a spider symbol on his face that rims around his eyes.
Yeah, that's always been really cool. Rick
do...
Leonardi, he really just invents like the goated Spider-Man alternate suits, because from what I remember, he also designed the symbiote suit.
Well, hot damn.
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed the claws on the hand. That's really cool.
Yep, he's got those.
And of course, the Batman-inspired friggin' arm gauntlet things are always going to be hilarious on a Spider-Man suit. But I mean,
that's Miguel is not your typical Spider-Man by any means.
Nah.
So.
Nah, he's from the future. So
And
I guess this is fashionable. I give this suit. I give this suit.
He doesn't actually. He doesn't even have so-called stick-em powers. Those claws literally is how he wall crawls.
Which makes sense because that's how a lot of spiders climb on surfaces. They do have those little.
He's also got them on his toes. He's got fangs.
Oh, he has fangs. Oh dear.
Yep.
Well,
like
Miguel.
Paralyzing venom, so it's not technically deadly.
Well, he still has to bite you, which is kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna fault Miguel for biting someone. Although I imagine if he bit Electro, that might be a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
And then.
But otherwise, this will always be a fan favorite. I would give it a 9.
Yeah.
I give it a 9.
Yeah, that's.
I wish the blue was either blue or actually black.
One or the other, man. Choose. But otherwise, yeah. But then you have Spider-Man 2099 White, or as I call it, the Canadian spider suit.
You know what? That's completely fair. This was designed by Chris Anka, who would, go on to make a lot of the designs for the Across the Spider-Verse.
So this was a pretty inspired pick.
Yep. This is a suit that I'm mixed on, because obviously you change up a classic iconic design, you're gonna get it's gonna take a while to get used to, but like, I don't know, I like the symbol a lot, even if it does kind of lose the whole Day of the Dead Mexican inspired spider or logo that the first one had. But I do get why, because like it was Parker Industries made it, I believe, because it was around that era.
Okay.
Miguel was trapped in the past, so it's not like he had complete access to, all that material in the first place. From what I remember, he did quit being Spider-Man at the time, but then he made this suit to, go back to the future. I haven't read it, so I don't know the whole justification for it.
Well, that's fine. As far as the suit itself...
He can straight up fly in this suit, if I can remember correctly.
Weird. Because it's the concussion strike that comes off of this, but I mean, I'm not complaining. One thing I will say that I really do like about this particular suit, I mean, besides the very bold color scheme, which is very awesome, is just overall it just works. Like, you look at the suit and you think, yeah, this works.
Yeah, it's not my favorite 2099 design, but on its own, it works fine.
Plus, it uses
red, white, and black is a really striking, suit color choices for Spider-Man.
And it's an underused one in my personal opinion. So I'm gonna give this one the same ranking I gave 2099 Black, which is an 8.
Yeah, I give it a 7.
That's totally valid. Now we come to the vintage comic book suit.
It's like Batman the Animated Series suit in Arkham City. It's hard not to love it.
Exactly. And the cell shading and everything, plus most underrated suit power in the game.
Quip.
Yeah, because activating it is a shockwave that can stagger opponents. It actually works in combat, and it's not just a fun little thing. And it's also
my only gripe with it.
And it's also the fastest regenerating suit power, so that's a plus.
Yeah, my only gripe with it was that if they were going vintage, I kind of wish they designed it off of a specific artist, like Steve Ditko or John Romita Sr. and not just their default classic suit with a filter on it. But at the same time, I love cel shaded.
Yep.
I love cel shading.
And
like,
again,
in
and
these
again,
things,
this
so.
is, and again, despite the look, despite the cel shading being actually quite difficult, this is another one of those quote unquote easy suits, which is all good for me. Like, hey, the guys at Insomniac Games work hard enough as it is.
They're carrying PlayStation.
Yeah. So them squeezing in a few easy suits, who am I to get mad?
I don't mind.
So yeah, I personally give the suit an 8.5 because this.
Yeah, probably same too.
Because this was also part of one of my favorite videos that I ever made, which was kind of a redo of the Spider-Man 1967 intro with this suit.
Ooh.
And it was very
classic.
Fun. And it was very, very fun. I had a lot of fun just doing it. So yeah, I give the suit an 8.5.
Yep. I honestly agree with that.
Plus the eyes emote, which gives it that 67 vibe. Last Stand.
I love this suit.
Seconded.
So much.
Like, this is, like, if Spider Armor Mark III is my favorite overall suit, this is my favorite New York suit, if that makes any sense. He's staying in New York and fighting bad guys. He needs all of his mobility. Boom. This suit is the one I love.
Yeah. And this is from the JMS run, which is my favorite modern Spider-Man run, like, pretty much ever.
Yeah.
It's from Peter Parker's older. It's a lot more grizzled. He has homicide charges against him, but let's ignore that.
I mean, the jacket's fucking sweet for a start. Can we talk about this jacket?
Yeah. Oh, like in universe, it was made by a tailor who was like, your costume's kind of impractical. I'll give you some ideas.
And then we get this thing, and I am in love with this suit.
Yeah, it's a reversible jacket, so he can just switch it, and then back to Peter Parker mode, and just all you gotta do is take off the mask.
Yeah.
It's like a upgraded quick change Spider-Man suit, which is just regular Peter Parker with a mask on, so, you know. But, yeah, I love this suit so much. Not only because it's like one of my favorite Spider-Man stories ever, Happy Birthday Spider-Man, but, you know, it's a vibe. I love to play it when, like, in the rain, you know, when a few times it does rain, which that might be difficult to do, like, to program and all that, but, I mean, I wish there was, like, more raining moments, and, like, I wish you could change the setting to rain, you know?
Which is one of those things that, again, Miles Morales massively improves on, is giving you more options for setting things up, so...
Yeah, which I hope the next one does that too.
Oh, if it helps, Insomniac very rarely goes backwards.
Yeah, obviously.
So, that's fun.
And if I can place the symbiote suit in the rain, I will never need to play another video game again.
Spider-Man 2 is your video game.
If I can fight Venom on that football field in the rain, I will never you will never see me again. If I can play as Venom, if Venom is a playable character somehow, some way, game of all time for me.
Oh yes, game of all time. You'll pour 10,000 hours into this thing. It'll be fantastic.
I will. It's like, Arkham City, get out of here. I don't need you anymore.
Nope. Kick it to the curb. Okay.
But yeah.
Now it's time for... Well, first off, like I said, I'm going to give this a 9.5.
Oh, yeah. 9.5, too. Yeah.
Yeah, which then leads me...
Okay, I am checking now. Mary Jane is not dead. So,
extra.
He was at May Parker's grave. Which she's old, so yeah.
Well, still, that adds for extra tension, and I can't wait. Now it's time for what I consider the complete opposite of a suit.
Yep. I give this one a 4 out of 10. 1 point for each article of clothing.
I give it an 8 because 1, it is the ultimate fan service suit.
Oh, absolutely.
And lovers are going to love the hell out of this, number 1. Number 2.
Also, the attention to detail with it's like, you know, he mentions his 3 chest hairs. You zoom in, he actually only has 3 chest hairs.
Yep. And then this shows up for a brief comedy moment in the when he's poisoned by Scorpion, which is and the fact that they were like, you know what, people are gonna wanna play as naked Spider-Man. Let's give them the ability to play as naked Spider-Man.
And we'll make it the 100% completion and reward.
Well, you look at a man like that and you go, wouldn't you 100% complete this game for that?
Yeah. If it was I think if I were to come up with other 100% completion suits, I would say like a human-sized Spider-Ham, or superior Spider-Man. You got the superior, your achievement rank is superior, and you get superior Spider-Man suit, which, I mean, could be a little jarring with Doc Ock being the villain, but nah.
Would it be more jarring than the Spirit Spider suit, though? Let's be honest.
True. I mean, if it didn't include that, I'm just like, are you saying you're gonna want to save that suit for when you do that story? Because
Doc Ock versus Doc Ock. Oh shit. But yeah, I give this.
Superior Spider-Man is a fun book if you don't think about it. And that second issue is bad.
Let me fix this audio a little bit. There we go.
All right.
So yeah, I give this an 8.
It's a funny suit.
I give this an 8. It's a funny ass suit, and how can you say no?
I would probably do the same, but also I was really committed to the bit of ranking it 4 for each article of clothing.
Well, I mean, if you count the lenses, it makes it a 6. So.
Right. We'll go with that.
Ah, jeez.
I mean, as someone who does tiptoe into cosplay, those usually are removable.
Yep, that's fair.
Slap them on.
And then you have the homemade suit.
Of all the homemade Spider-Man suits, I think this one is the most charming of the ones.
Yeah.
Of all of them.
I mean, he's got the big round eyes and the shutters and everything.
Yeah.
Plus,
I like the McFarlane logo on it.
Yeah. Plus another perk of this suit, it has pockets.
Yes, it does.
So, that's got to count for
Spider-Man.
something, right?
Yeah. Spider-Man's like, why didn't I design a suit with pockets? Wait, no, things would just fall out every.
This is why you get zipper
maybe
pockets.
I could use it. And then it's like, why if I use Velcro or zippers?
Or
no,
whatever.
A villain would just hear that. No, a villain would hear that and just kill me.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to read that line because, hold on. It's because it's hilarious.
While he finds that line, I'm gonna give this suit a 7.5. I like that this is the get all of your backpacks awards.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I would have liked
high school days.
Yeah.
You get this. It's like, when I designed this suit with pockets. What? When I designed this suit, why the heck didn't I design it with pockets? Anything I carry, I gotta carry in a web pouch. The FF have pockets in their uniforms. Reed Richards alone are huge. But that's because he has to carry trans-dimensional mega doodads and roller dudes in them. Or maybe he's just real happy to see Sue. Of course, if I had pockets, stuff would fall out of them every time I did this while he's walking on a building. Okay, so maybe I could have pockets with zippers. Maybe Velcro. Yeah, that'd work. I'd be creeping up behind somebody and have to get something out. Zip! What's that smear on the wall, Mommy? That used to be Spider-Man, honey. What killed him? A zipper. Some said Velcro, but the Daily Bugle said it was a zipper, and I believed the Bugle. Wow, he must have been real stupid here. Stupid, huh? Yes, honey, he was. It's all just inner monologue.
I love Peter's inner monologues. They're hilarious.
They need to come back. We need to have more scenes of Peter just swinging around thinking to himself.
Yeah.
I'll be the most ADHD coded comic book character besides Impulse.
Besides Impulse and maybe Gwenpool. But again,
yeah.
This is what happens when comics lose their filler.
Yep.
But yes. Suits a 7 out of 10 for me.
Like you can bash Ultimate Spider-Man all you want. You can, and maybe it's some of it's slower pacing. I think it works because we get those moments of just people talking and just and it's interesting. You know, it's fun.
Character development. Shocker.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
So what do you think? So what do you rate this suit?
I give it an 8.
That's
I really like the suit. It's very charming. I actually cosplayed this suit for Halloween once.
oh nice.
Yeah. I mean, I cosplayed it because it was easy to put together.
And that's the true win right there.
Yeah. I don't think I have much of the materials for it anymore. I think I still have the goggles somewhere on my desk.
Oh,
But yeah. I could get it like the white lenses that they use, so I just kept the welder goggles dark, which it worked fine.
it's close enough. It's a deviation, but
It was my first successful cosplay after trying to do the black suit, which did not work at all.
unfortunate.
That suit was harder than I thought it would be.
Indeed. Speaking of suits that are harder than we thought, Spider UK.
Yeah, Spider UK I used to really like until I saw the Spider UK concepts done way better than him. He's Captain Britain, but he also is Spider-Man.
I like the
So-
big spider thing on his left hand there. I don't know what that is.
I think that's the the interdimensional watch that he uses to like travel between realities, because he was the like multiversal leader of the Spider People at first.
really,
You know?
before Miguel.
Yep. Oh yeah, Miguel wasn't really that much of a leader. He was just kind of there because, yeah, and yeah, he was the guy because the Captain Britain Corps already like traveled the multiverse and protected stuff, and he also had spider powers. So it was like, spider people are dying all over across the multiverse. I gotta do something about this.
Exactly. So,
And he canonically sounds like Benedict Cumberbatch, but he looks nothing like him. So,
well, there you go.
but yeah. Fun fact: Spider-Punk was originally meant to be Spider UK, but then they was like, you know what? We're just gonna make this guy his own character and just his own design. He wasn't even Hobie Brown at first. That was Jed McKay. Hey, when he got to do a one shot with him, I was like, I'm gonna make him Hobie Brown.
Well, we appreciate that 100%.
I absolutely do. Hobie Brown needs so much more love.
Absolutely. Which thank you, Spider-Verse.
Yep. I wish he could get some time as the Prowler, but you know,
Well,
I'm not gonna hate him as Spider-Punk.
only a matter of time.
Only
Then
a
we
matter of
so
time.
so with this suit in general, it's very basic, but then I mean it works. The top part of it is it's the top part of it is the Union Jack, which also doubles as a fun take on the spider concept.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, it does kind of have that kind of sort of shape.
yeah, so it totally works for me. I think I give this a 7.5.
Yeah, I probably give it an 8. I don't mind the more narrow lenses, to be honest.
Right,
Yeah.
but there
I don't. I like lens variety, the lenses variety of lenses in these games. I don't want everything to just be the classic Insomniac lenses
Yeah.
all the time.
and this is how you do narrow lenses really well. This is
Yeah.
not. This is not.
Okay, hear me out. I still like it. I still like those lenses. 'Cause
Really?
This suit was also designed by Gabriel Delato, and that's just how he draws the lenses.
Okay.
That's just his art style.
Okay. And I get that. Me personally, I would like if they were Spider UK sized, then I wouldn't really have a problem with this suit because it's shiny.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the only other problem is that this is just gray. Like, why is he wearing gray?
Yeah, I know that it's supposed to be like more blue, but it does look like just like a very shiny silver.
Yeah. So like, if this was a shiny blue,
I do like the red
oh yeah,
sections.
this would be like this is the kind of red I wanted on the Velocity suit.
Yeah, I get.
So
Yeah, I like the white spider. I like the white spider take on it. Yeah, I there's no real like story with this suit because it's an original concept that Gabriel Delado did for the game. So glad he got that bag. But yeah, I really like the suit. I don't wear it often, but it's something that I like to play around with every once in a while.
Yeah, and then I throw on the more defensive. I throw on like the absorb all bullets thing from the Spider Armor Mark II, because being a DLC suit, this doesn't have an associated suit power. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would personally give this a 6.5. Yeah, 6.5.
I give it a 7.
Okay, I understand that, and like the eyes don't bother me as much anymore because it's just how he does them. But
Yeah.
But then we talk. But then you want to talk about black and red and really good dark suits. The dark suit.
Yes. This was a suit designed by Ed McGuinness for Spider-Man Deadpool when he was hunting down Patient Zero, who hired Deadpool to kill Spider-Man, but not kill Spider-Man, kill Peter Parker, but Deadpool still wanted to be friends with Spider-Man because so my thing with the Spider-Man Deadpool duo, I don't like it when they like play around like Deadpool like loving Spider-Man and all that. Like I was like, yeah, whatever. But like I like it when it's Deadpool looks up to Spider-Man and wants to be like him, even though Spider-Man can't stand him. I think it's a really neat dynamic.
Yeah,
For them.
I absolutely hear that.
Yeah, and this was a suit, and this is something that I thought was really interesting that the comic did, because Peter was spiraling downward. This was one of his lowest points, while Deadpool was getting better and like becoming more moral and trying to stop Spider-Man from trying to kill this guy.
That's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, this
how do you
suit
feel,
has
how do you feel about the new origin for the dark suit then? It being a gift from Felicia.
I think it's a neat nod to the fabric black suit that she designed for him, because, originally they didn't want to do the black suit. Yeah, it was easier to draw, but they want the classic suit. But then they want the black suit again, and so they're like, but we kind of gave that away because we made up the fact that it was an alien, so we're just gonna have Peter take it off. But we want the black suit again. We'll have Black Cat make a new one.
Well,
but then we'll sometimes take it off, and then we'll have it. And then Peter goes to Europe and gets a classic Spider-Man costume from a store, but also he'll wear the black suit again. And yeah, it was just back and forth between. It depended on the title you read.
I gotcha, but I mean, hey, Black Cat made the suit, and I really don't mind. I like as a fun little detail that she added the claws to the suit.
Oh yeah, it makes, by all means, it makes sense.
How do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I
think this has I think it's a better concept of the kind of 4 legs, but still 8 legs, because there's still like lines in the legs that make it feel separate. So it's still 8 legs.
The legs are just close together. They're not fused.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the body being 2 diamonds is also really fun.
Yeah.
Or I guess the abdomen's more of a kite, but whatever. Kite man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's my question. You are a big proponent of lenses for spider suits,
Yes.
right? Like good lenses.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the red lenses for the black suit?
Well, I mean, that is accurate to what it was, but I wish they weren't the standard Insomniac logos and eye shape, and they were, more sharper, because in the comic it was a lot. It felt more like just a triangle, like a solid triangle, but that's kind of my only gripe with it. And I think the details on the black suit are a little much. On the black of the suit is a little much, but this is what modern design is now. I kind of accepted it.
Plus, black and red. You can't lose with that color combination.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.5.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5.
Yeah, that's really fair. Now for the last suit that actually has a suit power, the Antioch suit.
It's like the Spider Armor Mark II, but more armory, and with like Raimi lenses.
And fits over the and uses the advanced spider.
Insomnia, which I think this is my, at least with this specific take on the logo, that isn't the second game. I think this works better, to be honest.
Yeah. Plus, I
'Cause
do
it's
like
not-
that the yellow is glowy. And
Yeah.
obviously it's made out of the same material as Doc Ock's arms and everything. This is just a really
Yeah.
solid black and yellow suit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like it's not the most unique thing ever, but also doesn't need to be.
also in the
I
name,
kind of
Antioch. This is another suit designed to fight a villain. So
yeah, and like I said, I really like that.
yeah,
I kind of wish they would, like in New Game Plus, they would let you play as other suits in that final battle eventually. But like, I get why they don't, but at the same time, I kind of wish, at least in New Game Plus.
yeah. No, I understand that completely. This suit, I think, is an 8.5, or no, a 9. I'll give it a 9.
I give it an 8.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's really only I play this during that final mission, but then anywhere else I don't really use it.
Yeah, I've used it once or twice outside of it. It works really well at night because again the yellow is very striking.
Yeah, if it's a glowy suit, I will use it at night.
100%. And another not suit, the ESU suit.
Yep, it's I still have not unlocked this game because I can't be bothered to find all the secret photo ops.
I did, and when you get to level 50, you get a special
Yeah, I know.
thing that helps you with that.
There's the suit mod that lets you track that. So I'll still find them, but I can only get so far because I'm like, where are they?
Yeah, you really do need a guide or just good luck.
Yep.
But other than that, the ESU suit, like, this is a suit that I'm like, I don't know if this is worth it because it's just an ESU t-shirt, jeans, and shoes. Whereas with the undies suit, it's fan service Spider-Man. So
Yeah. This one is like kind of going for that quick change feel, but also just sort of whatever. Like, it's like that spider training suit in the Miles Morales game, but also that appeared in like the previous DLC and was like, oh wait, we're just gonna let you if you get New Game Plus, you can unlock this suit. So, yeah, but it's like that, but it's not really, doesn't have that oomph behind it. Personally, I give it a 5.
yeah, that's like just like the shade of gray on the shirt. 5. It would be a 6.5 if it wasn't such a pain in the ass to unlock, though. I almost wish he didn't have the mask. Hot
I'm
take.
fine with. I don't think it would make much sense to just play as Peter Parker in the open world. I know that was like a big campaign back then, but I was like, that guys, it would basically just be this suit, but you walk around
and swing around or whatever. Like I said, if it didn't have the mask, I think it would be a little bit better. But I'm not remiss about the mask being there. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As it stands, it's nothing special. Kane.
Scarlet Spider 2. Okay, talk Kane to me. What's going on here?
Okay, so he's a lot more like, he's the edgy, angsty clone, even more than Ben. So he was originally a villain until like he realizes like, I don't actually like hate my brothers. I'm just kind of doing what Miles Ward tells me to do because that's the only thing I know how to do.
Yeah.
And just kind of got tortured in submission. So eventually, after Ben sacrifices himself, sometime after, he eventually strikes out on his own and becomes Scarlet Spider, and he goes to Houston, Texas.
He becomes Texas' Spider-Man.
Yep, and then like wait, there's no buildings to swing on here. This sucks.
Fuck.
And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna use talons.
Well, that works well for Kane.
He is the true edgy boy, but he's He's the true Shadow the Hedgehog for Spider-Man,
Yes.
and I love him.
Well, that works. How do we feel about his suit, though?
I really, really like how they executed the whole thing, and like I don't mind the whole red segmenting on the black bits because I mean, it's it's small enough to not be too noticeable.
Like
so
the red lines.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
And,
Like I give this
yeah.
like an 8.5. Like it's kind of the inverse of what I would do color wise, but I mean, it absolutely works.
yeah.
Like if I were to, like if I don't
But
know
like
if
the first DLC pack, this is my favorite. Like the first DLC pack, this is my favorite, but also it's the last one you unlock. So
well, I mean, you got to
You
work
got-
for it. You got to work for it, but it's worth it, right?
yes.
So
All my favorite suits in the DLCs, except for like maybe the second one, are like the last ones you unlock. So I'm just like, all right, I gotta work, and I'll unlock it.
yep. And then
Yep. You give it just like how to get me to like do random stuff in these games. Throw a little fancy suit in front of me, and it's like, chisel like a dog.
how do you rate this suit? I gave it a 9.
I give it a 9 too.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It's pretty much exactly how I would like a live action Kane, which will never happen.
But one can dream.
One can dream.
Spider Armor Mark 1.
This is a suit that I've come around to love. At first I was like, but now I'm like, I really like this suit. I played this through the entire Silver Lining DLC, even like through, like, even when you like unlock, like, this is the exception of, like, Iron Spider is the last one you get for this DLC, right?
I believe so.
But-
Yes.
Yeah, but I was completely cool with playing in the Spider Armor Mark 1, like, all the way through. And I get that, like, in universe, he wasn't, like, it's too bulky, he can't move as well, so he got rid of it. But I still like it.
Yeah. And I mean,
My version of this suit has it be, like kind of a blackish blue shade for the black sections, and he colors the silver sections red because I mean I don't have as much spider armor stuff in my AU, so I just figured, might as well. He built it out of a car. It's like, I'm never gonna use this. I'm just gonna make this into a bulletproof Spider-Man suit.
well, you might as well, right? It's
Yeah.
it's function over form, and I do kind of like the shiny
Yeah.
monochrome coloration actually. So
Yeah.
the only thing is that I'm not entirely sure how he sees out of those lenses unless they're like one-way mirrors.
Yeah, I believe that's the intention of what it's supposed to be like. In the comics, it's straight up white, but also in the comic, it was also the entire like silver bits were also white, so it kind of blended in. And I think that this was a cool way of accomplishing that effect.
Exactly.
Personally, I give this suit an 8.5. I've really come around to this suit.
That is totally fair. And I really do
Yeah.
like that. I like it's very clearly a Mark 1 armor, but that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah. This is his first attempt at this.
Exactly.
It's like, oh no, the Enforcers got a whole bunch of Gatling guns and all that. I gotta step up my game just this once.
Exactly. And then classic Iron Spider.
Ah, such a good suit. Appears in such a crappy storyline.
Yeah, and I get where they're coming from because if I'm not mistaken, Tony made the suit for Spidey, right? Hence
Yes.
the name. So I get the red
Yeah.
and gold color scheme. It just works better
Yeah.
on Iron Man than Spider-Man, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this is a good example of mixing two superheroes' designs together, because Iron Man's suit at the time, like, you just have like red and gold, and you just make it a little armory. So I think mixing that with Spider-Man worked really well in this case. It works better than some like Captain America and Spider-Man mixing than I've seen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like how they kind of made an arc reactor in it.
Oh yeah, I see that little bit in the green there.
Yeah, with the blue. I really like how like the kind of sharp, bulky lenses.
Indeed.
Yeah. It does take some inspiration from like I think the Infinity War Iron Man suit, which I think it's a pretty good, because that one's a lot more sleek than usual Iron Man suits, but it works for this Spider-Man.
Well, it works for Spider-Man in general because he's a much more nimble character. Iron Man is
Yeah, like he could fly, like he could kind of fly/glide in this suit, but like he's stuck to webs.
well, stick with what you know, right?
And of course, the arms.
The arms
The
are
They in the base Iron Spider suit for the MCU, they're red and gold like the movies. You switch it to this suit, they turn all gold, and it's still 4 arms because for some reason in Civil War they give him 3 extra arms, despite the fact that makes 7 limbs, not 8 like a spider.
that no make any sense. Whatever. Yeah, I give this
Mark
suit an 9.
Millar,
Also,
do you not
also
know
what I
math?
like about
Wait,
what I,
you're
sorry?
stupid. So I was making fun of Mark Millar, which he should be made fun of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give it a suit an 8 personally.
I gave it an
I
8.5.
think-
The extra half point comes from the fact that when you use the limbs, the limb power on this armor, it
Yeah.
turns gold.
That was a really nice attention to detail.
Yeah.
Which
I kind of
Insomniac really likes those.
what I think would be really cool in the future if they ever bring back the irons. Well, they are gonna bring back the limbs. We saw it in the first goddamn trailer,
Yes.
which will probably explain what is going to happen after the symbiote gets the boot, because there's no way Peter's
Yeah.
gonna keep that thing.
But they
what
want
would be
you to
really cool
have-
is if the
They want you to
limbs.
sort of still be able to play that symbiote gameplay while you don't have the suit.
Yeah.
But also, I want to play in that suit all the time. I never want to take that suit off.
We'll
even
have
if the game tells me to.
we gotta wait. We gotta wait until October 20th to figure out what the fuck's going on with that. So,
Yeah, I don't even know when I'm gonna be able to play it because
well, if
I
it
don't have a PS5. My mom doesn't want me to buy a PS5. My sister has a PS5, but I don't know. But she lives in Utah, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But also, I could. I was thinking if I could just buy the game and then like maybe sometime if she's visiting over, I can like borrow the PS5 and then like around Thanksgiving give it back.
yeah. Here's one thing I hope for if they do decide to just kind of keep the Iron Spider armor limbs through as an endgame thing. I hope it changes color for whatever suits that they have, because the idea that it goes like it's different for the Iron Spiders makes perfect sense, and I get why they didn't do it for
Yeah.
all of the suits because there's a lot of them. But if they are going
Yeah.
to implement that as a more core
How would
feature,
that work with the undie suit?
let me tell you,
It becomes bone.
yes, it's just bones.
Yep.
Um,
Suddenly less fan servicey.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's a little horrifying. Okay, the next suit, the Spider Clan suit.
Another suit that I don't really get the hate for unless you're just talking like it's a little jarring, which I get, but also it's less jarring than Spirit Spider.
Yep,
You know,
and also
it
it
still
actually
looks like-
works extremely well too. Plus, I love the idea that in the universe that this comes from, that Peter Parker is a ninja.
Yeah, because I still need to read the Spider manga stuff. Because I don't know.
I just think it's a really cool idea. Like, oh hey,
Yeah.
you're gonna have Spider-Man in a manga? Make him a goddamn ninja.
Yeah,
Who doesn't like ninjas?
That's how you do it.
Who doesn't like
I-
ninjas?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a really neat, cel-shaded suit.
Yeah, it's jarring,
Not much
sure,
else to
but
say.
I mean, the Spider Clan suit and concept is fun, and it actually works surprisingly well in game. So,
Yeah, like I played that in like playing in demon hideouts. You know,
yeah,
fighting them in that kind of fits.
yeah, it totally works. I give, by the way, I think we did rate the Iron Spider suit. I give the suit an 8.
Yeah, I give it an 8 too.
It's jarring at first, but once you get used to it, it's fun. The only thing that really
Yeah.
weirds me out is kind of the shape of his head. It's a little weird
Yeah.
in profile
I
view.
know that. Yeah, I know they're kind of going for the whole, like manga. I don't even think it was like that in the manga. But then again, I haven't read it, so who
Like
knows?
the head shape is a little weird, but like
It doesn't bother me too much.
it does not bother me either.
It kind
Okay.
of gives off like you know how Deadpool, the end of his mask on the back, kind of has a little flap.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, which makes sense. It's just easy to take off then.
Yeah.
Um,
The mask is too big for his face.
yeah. Which, I mean, given how fucking scrawny this kid is, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Aunt May needs to feed this kid more sashimi.
I think she's. I actually don't know her status of aliveness. I know like Mary Jane is like a Spider Woman in that universe.
Oh, that's
like
pretty
she has a. Yeah, she has a cool like red and gold suit.
Yeah. I totally get you. Okay, so remember how we were talking about how the Spider Armor Mark III is a really good armored suit without being too bulky?
Yeah.
Talk to me about fucking Aaron Aikman.
He's actually a really cool character. I haven't read it in a hot minute, so I don't have it completely on at the top of my head. But like, if I remember correctly, he has his one shot, but then he gets killed by an inheritor. So
Well, god damn it.
bad for him. Yeah, but I actually really like this spider armor suit. My only complaint is that there's no back logo, which kind of makes it awkward to play in because I'm staring at a big chunk of blue.
Yeah.
But, like from the front, I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's just missing a bit on the back to make it work. But
yeah, he's a lot more tech-oriented Spider-Man from what I remember. So
well, I mean,
I think this route works better for him.
Well, two things. One, I think his gloves are a little bit too bulky. Like if they closed up the seams here, we'd be off to a really good start. But like this is what I'm talking about, where it gets a little bit too bulky. And then what the hell is with his moon boots down here?
I actually don't remember I don't know if Aaron Ackerman actually has powers or not, or if it's the suit that's the power.
Yeah,
I need to read that.
Well,
again.
either way, ditch the friggin' moon boots, man. This is what retracts this suit from an 8 to a 7 for me. These boots are too clunky, in my opinion.
I get it.
Also, this just confuses me more than anything, even though I kind of get the idea. What's with the little sub eyes up here?
Oh, there they go. Was that from my old suit? Anyways, it is. I believe it is supposed to be like spiders have 8 eyes. Let's kind of make it look like he has multiple eyes.
I get it.
I don't know.
If they didn't serve a function,
I haven't seen the concept actually in execution work as well, except for like one like fan-made suit from an artist I follow.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly the name at the moment, but like he does the concept really well. But other than that, just sort of, and it never feels like they actually hit. You can't really tell. It's just from a distance. It's just 2 eyes.
Yeah. I think what would be really cool is if the sub eyes actually had their own little function, like they were warning detectors or something. But
yeah, it's kind of hard to do that.
Or even better, if these were little cameras because they're forward facing, so that he can review what he has seen. That would be like if they had different functionality, and then like these were just like little cameras to help him get better at it, and these are his main eyes. I think that's a really cool idea for a spider.
Yeah.
Where the extra eyes are cameras.
Yeah.
So if that's not the case, that should be the case. I'm down for that in future Spider-Man.
Well, he's dead, so maybe he'll come back one day.
Speaking of suits, Future Foundation.
I really like the suit. I don't know what they were going for with the lenses, though. That's the big killer thing. Like I said, you mess up the lenses, you kind of lose me.
I think the idea with the Future Foundation suit is that these are supposed to be quote bug eyes.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
But with how sleek the rest of the suit is, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb.
And in your opinion, not in a good way. I can live with it. I'm just glad that they gave him a cool Fantastic Four inspired suit, because the next suit we're going to look at is there for comedy. Which
this is a suit that after Johnny Storm quote unquote died, that he took his place.
Yeah. So this is one.
And this suit actually can transform into other suits, like his classic suit, dude, and all that.
This is just the most iconic version of the Future Foundation suit.
Yeah, because it's made of unstable molecules, so it can like kind of change around a bit.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I give this suit an 8. Like the bold white and black colors really sell me on this suit.
Yeah.
And like I said,
when he first appeared, like when he first tried to join the Fantastic Four, it was like, we're not the Fantastic Four anymore. And he actually had a really cool Fantastic Four Spider-Man mixture of a suit where it like had spider legs coming out of the 4 logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like are the spider legs embossed or?
It was flat.
Okay.
Hold on. I believe I still have it in the. It came in the same volume as the Mark II spider armor.
Okay.
So,
Just thinking about that because like I'm glad that they got this super suit. What did you rated this an 8 as well, right?
I would give it an 8 as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm glad they gave us a cool suit for the Fantastic Four update because then they gave us this suit.
Bombastic bag man.
Yes.
There was a time where I could not look at this suit and not laugh.
Well, of course.
Now I'm a little bit more in control.
Well,
when I see it.
Well, of course, the Fantastic Four update gave us the funny suit and the cool suit, and this is the funny suit.
Yeah.
Plus, if anything else, like from below the bag and just focusing on the suit, Insomniac, like this is proof that I think Insomniac should. This is proof that I thought Insomniac should do more Marvel games, and then they go and friggin' announce Wolverine. So it's like, as far as Fantastic Four suit goes,
live action Fantastic Four to look.
Yeah, like as far as like just a straight up Fantastic Four suit, this is great.
Yeah.
The font for
it's
the 4,
sleek.
The suit is sleek. They picked a great font for the 4, just a nice, simple, bold 4. That isn't how I usually draw 4s, which is like a blocky U with a line down it. But that being said, and then it looks really good. Then you get to the bag and you just die laughing.
At the time, the Fantastic Four weren't using their classic suits. When Peter took off they were wearing their black and white suits, not the Future Foundation. It was like, this is a suit. It was like, get the symbiote off of me, and they took it off him. And it was like, wait, I don't have anything to wear now, and so they gave him that suit. And it was like, I gotta protect my identity, so he just put a bag on his head. And this is the true low point of this suit for me, that they did not include the "Kick Me" sign that Johnny Storm put on the back of it. Shame, Insomniac.
If they had variants, like if they had suits that were variants, so like if you took the Iron Spider suits and put them together and you had like palette swaps, that should have been what they did.
Yeah. I wish there was like I think I get that it would probably be like very hard to program, but I wish there was a suit creator. We could get to the point where we have a suit creator for these games.
If they put a suit creator in an Insomniac Spider game, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. Like you win.
Yep.
You win. You win.
You win.
I give the bombastic bag suit. I give the bombastic bag suit, by the way, an 8.5. The extra half point comes from the bag. Yeah.
But 0 out of 10 for not including the "Kick Me" sign.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a fun suit. Look at it and just smile.
100%. Now for the suit that actually grew on me the most, the Raimi suit.
Yep. This suit I have a kind of a tough relationship with, mainly just because of all the lead up to it, with fans like just harassing Insomniac for this suit.
Yeah, that was the big thing that turned me off about it. Plus, I always thought it was a little bit but then seeing it in motion, it's like, well, I can work with this suit.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely grown on the suit too. Like, even as a kid, I wasn't the biggest fan of the suit, mainly just because the silver webbing. I was like, wait, the webbing's supposed to be black, not silver. But then I watched stuff and like realized, oh, they did that so the webs would be more visible. I get it. So,
exactly. Plus,
yeah. It's not my favorite sharp eyes, but like, no matter what you think of it, it is a classic, iconic suit.
Well, yeah. So, I'm never gonna. Plus, the Spider logo is, in my opinion, besides the Insomniac Spider, the best Spider. Period. Like when I think Spider symbols, this is the one I think about.
I mean, it's not my personal favorite, but I get it.
Yeah. And I like the embossed webbing. Kind of gives the suit more texture, and that really helps it stand out from the other just riffs of the classic suit.
This is something that definitely sells me on the.
Like if you had asked me,
this game sold me on raised webbing.
Yeah. if you had if I had to rate the suit on first impressions, I would have given it a 4.
Make me smack you, sweetheart. I'll do it.
Given the history and all of that, but now it's like a 7.5.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't, like, that kind of history doesn't bother me as much anymore. I just gotta hope that we don't do it again. Like, if they don't get this Spider-Man 3 symbiote suit, oh, it's gonna be awful.
I'm thankful.
But they're gonna put that suit in.
Yeah, like, I'm thankful that the Spider-Man fandom, at least when it comes to the games, aren't as rabid as some of the other fandoms I've been in, because oh my Christ, the Mortal Kombat fandom right now is on fire, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't envy you. I've seen some crap within the Spider-Man games section of the fandom, so
I'm sure you have, because you're deeper in the woods in the whole thing than I am, so
yeah.
But I'm not complaining. Into the Spider-Verse suit.
This is my favorite variation of the classic suit.
Yeah? This is the one right here?
Yep, Spider-Verse is my favorite movie.
Oh, hey! I just noticed something. Hold on. I'm gonna slow this down a little bit because I didn't actually hover on this suit for very long. But, like, when he moves, I'm not sure if you can see it, but when he moves, the kind of weird lines on his... I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. There we go. So, see how they kind of, like, stay in place as he moves? If that makes any sense?
Yeah?
That kind of visual aesthetic is always super cool. I see it a lot on Fortnite skins, especially the ones that are, like, all, like, starry. And it's just a moving thing like that. They did that really well with this suit, where I only just noticed it, but it complements it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like...
I just really like the Spider-Verse take on the classic suit. You know, and like that Spider-Man build, which it's the R.I.P. Peter or build. Like, imagine if they went the Peter B. Parker build and they had like the pizza belly. I was like, that would have been
funny as hell. But like, I get why they did this. They I don't think that, I think they did this so that they could avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Which I am totally here for, because I also really like this suit. And fun fact, this suit was responsible for getting me my most popular video on my channel.
Ooh. Wow. Nice.
Because I did a Christmas special thing where I did something similar to the 1967 Spider-Man suit video, where it was the 1967 intro, but it was to Spidey Bells. So it was a Christmas song that way.
Oh.
And what's it at? Okay, it's my second most viewed, but it's at 30,000 views right now.
Oh wow!
And 526 likes. I'm gonna send it your way right now, for you to watch later.
Yeah.
Just because
I'm still just on the stream. I haven't even checked like Discord on my iPad.
Yeah, I'm just sending it to you right now, just so that you can get to it later.
For later.
And then I'll track down that other one if you want me to, because I am super down for that. But yeah, this is like. I would have to agree that this is probably my favorite of the, like, just straight classic suits. Well, second favorite, because there's one more coming up that I like just because it's so goddamn cheesy. But this is like an 8 for me.
Yeah, I give it a 9 personally. I wish the blue was a little more striking, but you know, the eyes aren't completely accurate to how the movies are, but you know, it's not the end of the world for me.
Yeah, they're nitpicks on an otherwise great suit.
Yeah.
Here's the cheesy suit that I love.
Cyborg Spider-Man, baby.
This suit is so dumb and so 90s. It's got the headband, the friggin' eye patch that has the cyborg eye that, like, actually reacts and narrows and shit, the friggin' Batman belt, the stitching, these random-ass bandages on this one leg, and then you have this arm, which... Did he lose this arm, or was this, like, something he put...
I believe it was, like, a situation where he had lost his arm, and Deathlock, who is a cyborg, gave him, like, a new arm.
So, even more 90s. But, like, I can't hate this suit. It is just so funny and so dumb, but, like, I love it.
That's the charm of it.
It's so 90s, like
we may have thought the 90s were cringe now, but
they're funny as fuck now,
but,
bro.
Yep.
Now I'm just
a different time.
Now I kind of wish
should
that
never
this
go back.
voice Now I kind of wish
Man.
this suit got the voice from the Spider-Man animated cartoon, especially the one where he gets the black suit and goes, "Shocker!
First of all, Daniel Barnes, no one could scream like that, man.
I'll chase
don't-
you to the ends of the earth!"
Shocker's in the next game. Insomniac, you know what you have to do.
Oh, they know, and you know how many Spider-Man
They know.
references and memes they're gonna do. It's gonna make it, and it's going to be freaking sick. Also,
Yuri Lowenthal literally did the Spider-Man 3 dance at Comic-Con.
yeah, and then also you have I gotta ask you a question about Yuri Lowenthal later, because I think it's gonna be fun. And then you have when I think it was Illusion MJ when she disappears, and he just goes, "No!" That man nails the primeval emotions when he's screaming. Like, I felt
years of voicing Sasuke has been training to him for this moment.
I've been
You're gonna wish you never came to New York.
yes. Well, no, I was talking about more
Yeah.
like with the Spider-Man
Christopher
suit.
Daniel Barnes.
Yes, with Daniel Barnes.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah.
When he you remember in that episode where MJ kind of poofs and then
She was a Hydro clone, and I was like 5 years old, and I was crying my butt off. I was like, no!
right? You really feel for Peter when he screams thanks to Daniel Barnes.
Yeah,
It's
they got married like at the beginning of that season, and then that happens.
yeah, like, bro, like, credit where 100% credit where credit is due, because the show has its moments of weird, but it's like overall it's a really damn good Spider-Man show, and Daniel Barnes helps make it. Like,
yeah, he's got like one of my favorite Spider-Man voices ever. Like
if he
I think
like if
maybe
he,
sometimes more than even Josh Keaton. He's what I default to when I read in my head.
yeah, and like with Daniel Barnes, I think what would be really cool is if in Spider-Man 3 they introduce Ben Reilly. It'd be fun if Daniel Barnes voiced Ben Reilly.
I mean, he's no stranger to voicing alternate Spider-Man. Like, he voiced Spider-Man Noir in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and he voiced Spider-Man 2099 in Edge of Time. So
Yeah. So like overall, I give this suit a 9 just because it's so
he also
damn funny.
voices, he also voices Electro in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, which he actually voices a lot of characters.
Yeah.
In that show.
So there you go, Daniel Barnes. Daniel Barnes, if you're listening, play Cyborg Spider-Man sometime, please.
We need it more than oxygen.
Yes. So yeah, I give this suit a 9 just because it's so damn cheesy.
The 90s series was like my first real Spider-Man thing that I watched.
Yeah.
Like,
Also
like,
the
the
90s,
first thing I watched was
also
like
the 90s Hulk series. I watched it for the first time not too long ago.
Oh wow,
That is good shit.
it
And
good?
She-Hulk especially.
Nice. I'll check it out sometime.
Yeah. So now the upgraded suit. First off, I like that they made the spider a little more bold.
Yeah, they have the white outline around it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a huge help. Help make the spider a little more visible. Black.
I think it's the best version of that logo. It stands out more with the white outline.
Exactly. And it's clear that it has the 8 legs. They just did it the fun thing where the legs are kind of fused, but in a long way, lengthways way, so it works.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the black where the blue usually is?
I like when I saw it, I was in love with it. It was like, okay, because they clearly wanted to go for a more unique design, and from what I remember, Ryan Meandering, the main artist, concept artist for these suits, he always wanted to do a black and red Spider-Man suit, like based off the Steve Ditko, because originally in Amazing Fantasy 15, the suit was red and black.
Right. They just used blue as a shading
As a highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, later, as he got his own series, it became, blue. And then, but people always like, oh, the Steve Ditko suit originally was black, so
they found a way to
red and
make
black
it,
Spider-Man.
to implement it. And it works. Like, again,
It
because
really works.
Because it's red and black, right? How are you going to say no to red and black?
Yeah. And this is a suit where I think no sleeves really does work,
Yeah.
It's just such a solid, striking suit.
I give it an 8.5, honestly. Which I
I'll
think,
give it a 9.
Which I think makes this my new favorite MCU suit. But honestly, if it's tied with Iron Spider, I'm not gonna say no. And then there's the stealth suit.
Mommy, why can't we have Can we have Spider-Man Noir? We have Spider-Man Noir at home. Spider-Man Noir at home.
Yeah, like I get why this is. This is more of a this is like a Shield designed approach to
Yeah,
like
like
a
in
tactical
universe, it makes sense.
and I get
Same
why
time,
it's also
just kind
here
of
to help
meh.
promote Far From Home, but like
Yeah, from what I remember, it came out the free DLC did come out around that time.
yeah, for these two suits, they came out they came out
Which
right around that
it
time.
came out like a week after I gave back the PS4 or because after I rented it.
So,
I was
that
like-
had to
I was
that
pissed.
had to
I was like,
suck.
what do you mean they have Far From Home update and I didn't actually get to play it?
No. But yeah, so with the stealth suit, as a suit, as a physical thing that Peter Parker wears, do I like it? Yes. It's a nice tactical black. They have the fingertips there so that he can still cling on to things. The shoes look great. I don't talk enough about Spider-Man's shoes, but like the shoes here work really well.
Yeah.
The vest for a little extra protection and whatnot. Like, as a physical costume design, I really like this suit. As a Spider-Man suit, I do not like this suit.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas here that I dig, but it's not really what I look for in Spider-Man.
Yeah, no. Like, if this was like a tactical spider, like, I don't know, a Peter Parker that served in the Marines and or the Navy SEALs and then got bitten by a spider, like as an alternate, that I think works. All it's missing, of course, is the spider branding. Like,
Yeah.
that I think
Again, in the movie's context, yeah, it makes sense why he doesn't have that because he doesn't want to like look like he's actually Spider-Man because his classmates would be like, "Wait, Spider-Man's here, but he's in New York, but we're on vacation here, so wait."
so which one of us
Hey
is
Peter
Spider-Man?
Parker, what are you doing?
So which
Yep.
one of us is Spider-Man?
Yep.
So
yeah, I get why, but at the same time,
it's
I
like,
never really play in this suit.
yeah,
Like, not
no.
even for stealth reasons.
Yeah, no, like,
Because there are better suits that are suited for stealth. I mean,
Exact-
it's not like they actually like help with stealth, but like it's got the vibe.
big time dark suit, the big time suit, the dark suit, 2099.
Yeah. Noir.
Noir.
this-
Hell, Last Stand.
Yeah, even that can work.
But as a like, if they found a way to like sneak a spider on this suit, it would take this suit from a 4.5 to a 5.5 immediately for me.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 4 as well.
Yeah, like as like a if they gave this kind of suit to a new spider character and added a spider symbol to it, I think I'd be okay with this suit.
Yeah, like a little or even a large like silver spider that could work.
Yeah, like as a
Like it's confined to the vest.
yeah, as a physical suit, I like it, but I don't like it for Spider-Man. But I get why it's here, so I'm not gonna rag
Yeah.
on it too hard. This suit also gets ragged on too hard.
Including by young me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young me, I was like, why is this suit yellow? Why are the lenses yellow? Why is there so much blue? And it's like, I was just looking at like, I don't know what it was, like maybe it was like Scooby Doo. No, not Scooby Snacks, but like it was some kind of food advertisement. And like I saw that suit, and I was like, what is that Spider-Man suit? I was
Yes.
I was very judgmental 7-year-old.
Yeah, but with
But then I saw the movie. I was like, wait, I love this movie.
yeah,
I saw it like
the
almost
first
every
Amazing
day.
Spider-Man was awesome, and I wish we could have seen the what it was originally planned.
Yeah, same here. And like, I used to watch that like all day in my garage because I used to have a TV at like my old house, my old house. We had a TV in the garage, and I would just watch this movie on repeat. Like, as much as I have seen Spider-Verse and Homecoming, I think I still have seen The Amazing Spider-Man more times just because I will watch it all the time.
Absolutely, and like Amazing Spider-Man 2 sucked, unfortunately, and kind of killed the Amazing
Yeah.
thing. But like, bro, can we get Andrew Garfield as live-action Spider-Man again?
Again and again and again.
Yeah,
Like,
just
I
give
love
us
Tom
Andrew
Holland.
Garfield.
That
Because
is like Tom Holland Spider-Man is kind of my Spider-Man, but also this was my guy. This is the first Spider-Man movie I ever watched, so there's always going to be a bit of a nostalgia for me for that. And I've just come around on the suit so much. Like, it's definitely a bit, like a little more like edgy. It still works just because like that's the kind of mood Peter's in, which makes sense where he's at. But it's just a really solid suit design. That's really is another suit that I think works well in like the rain or at night. You know?
Yes, 100%. And also, if we could get Andrew Garfield to also...
I gotta watch that movie again sometime. It's been too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean,
I
again...
get why some people wanted the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, which I still really like that suit. But we have enough like classic variants as we've been going over. So I think something a little more unique,
This,
bit better.
This, I think...
there's the next game.
Yeah,
we can have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in that game.
Yeah, this is a really nice suit, and I'd give it an 8. And before we move on, last thing about Andrew Garfield, can he also like write some Spider-Man stuff? Because that guy has some wild ideas that I'm actually really here for.
Yeah, he I think of all the actors, he gets Spider-Man the most.
I mean, in his off time, he just wore the suit and went around New York doing stuff.
Yeah, that why can't more method acting be like that, you know?
Exactly. Like that isn't even just method acting. That's just him dicking around in a Spider-Man costume. And honestly, if I was dicking around in a Spider-Man costume, I would do the same thing.
Much. I got a suit over there. If I lived in the city, I'd probably do that.
Absolutely. All right, we're hitting the penultimate suit now.
My mom also says I look like Andrew Garfield, and I never really got it. But people have told me that they see it, and I'm just like, I don't. But thank you, I guess.
Fair enough. And now for the second last suit. This suit is another one that I wasn't too fond of, but I mean, after studying the tokusatsu genre a little bit more and even watching some Zone Fighter, I freaking love the ridiculousness of Arachnid Rider.
I always dug the suit. Like, it's silly, yes, but there's the charm of it. And I really like the shading for it, too. It's just big and bright, and I love it.
Yes.
I'm not a huge Toku fan, but, you know, I still think it's really cool. It's just, that was the kind of stuff, I mean, I did watch a little Power Rangers as a kid, but,
Spider-Man crossing over with the Power Rangers, this would be his suit.
Yeah.
And... It's just so... There's just so much going on, but it's cohesive.
Yeah.
I mean, with the spikes and the gloves and the claws and the armor and the texturing and the really big purple and yellow spider on his front.
It shouldn't work, but it works.
And for that, I gotta give it a 7.5, man. Like, this just...
Yeah. Probably same, too. Say 7.5.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is just a very... fun suit idea, and I love that the guys at Insomniac went for it.
Fun to swing around in.
Absolutely.
Not really like I wouldn't play it through the story, but okay, play around with it.
Now we're on to Strawberries and Cream Armored Advanced Spider-Man, the very last suit they put in the game. And if I gotta be honest,
unless you want to count like the PS5, because they did add like No Way Home suits on there, like the integrated suit and like the black and gold suit. Yeah.
Fuck, you're right.
I played around with those.
Crap, you're right.
Yeah, I know that because I have the PS5 version.
I do too, and
I
do too. I just recorded this on, the PS4 version because I was trying to save space in the PS5 part of the hard drive.
That's fair.
Oh man.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's fine.
Can you post those suits in the Discord chat so that we can rate
Yeah,
those
hold
two?
on. Let me find those while you get those suits. While you talk about this suit.
Okay. I'm gonna say right now, this shade of red is what the advanced suit needed originally. It being a little washed out is a valid criticism, but the fact that they went this bold with the red and they're going this bold with the red, this is the kind of red that I want. It has too much white, though. It looks like he got dunked. It looks like he was put in a giant Dunkaroo thing, and part of it washed off.
Yeah. This is too much going on, and it does not work for me.
So, I actually am going to bump this down from the advanced suit a little bit by giving it a 7. The color helps it a lot, but, like, why is the armor white? It just doesn't gel. Like, and then you have the weird, like, red eyeshadow. What's this? What's with the red eyeshadow? If that red eyeshadow was black, I think it would be better, but...
Yeah, this just does not work for me, personally.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to make, like, an armored version of the advanced suit, I think that's a fine concept, but this feels like you just slap stuff on without like it doesn't work. It's like there's an idea, but I don't feel that idea here as well as I should.
And honestly, hey, props were due. This was meant to kind of be the last suit, I think, but
this is like the last PS4 update.
Yes, for sure. And I'm not like remiss about it because
it came out for like it was for the remastered edition.
Yeah.
But they did put it on the PS4 as well.
Yeah, that's right. And then
like No Way Home suits were PS5 exclusive.
Yeah. So the nice thing, what I do like is like these parts of this suit do carry on, particularly with the color. So I'm glad that this suit didn't actually fully go to waste, but
yeah, I do like that shade of red. It's just that everything else does not work for me. I'd probably give it a 3.
Really? I think that's your harshest rating of all the suits.
Oh wait, one single word. Okay, fine. Probably like a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I think you gave. What did you give a 3.5? I think you gave. I think it was the ESU suit that you gave a 3.5. Was it the ESU suit?
Yeah.
I think that's one you gave.
I'm looking at concept art for the advanced suit, and I wish they kind of made the armored advance more based off of some of these concepts because it could work.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly.
Now let's quickly talk about the No Way Home suits. So let's start with this one, red, black, and gold.
Yep. This is a suit where I'm just like, this feels like it was made for to sell more toys.
Yes.
That's my take.
It's a
yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad thing because it gives us some fun ideas, but like it is definitely a toy suit.
Yeah. Like I feel like both of the alternate suits felt more like toy, like this is for toys more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, and then we get the black, the red and blue suit. It's like, wait, this is perfect. Well, it could have been perfect if you did the Mark Bagley eyes, but
there you go.
But yeah, I get why they didn't include that suit because that would be a spoiler. So,
indeed. So, I would personally give this suit a 7.5. I like the big gold, but the rest is just kind of standard.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 5.5.
Okay.
I'm not too fond of it.
Yeah, I understand
to it. I think part of it comes from the fact that we got to see Toby and Andrew alongside Tom, but he's wearing this suit instead of like a more traditional Spider-Man suit. Like if he wore the upgraded suit, which that's what they filmed, which I would compliment the suit. For like the gold bits, that's all CGI, and it looks real. It looks practical. I thought that was really well done, but I wish that they had kept it like the standard upgrade suit because I don't know. I just thought it would look better.
Yeah, I understand. And then we have the inverted black and gold suit.
I like the concept of it. I thought it's inside out. That's just what it looks like from the inside out. From that concept, I dig it a bit more. But also, it's just like, of all the like kind of black substitute suits, because we all know what the real black suit is gonna be like.
Well, for sure.
This one is.
I like this. I think I see what one of your gripes is, but I like it. The circuitry on the inside, or around the outside.
I do dig that because that comes with the whole inside out concept. So yeah, and I like the little bits of circuitry that are still hanging off of him.
Yeah, for sure. And then okay, this I just noticed. I'm not entirely sure. What is this?
The gauntlet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so Doctor Strange made that so he could instantly transport the villains to his like prison thing.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, that was just like an accessory to the suit.
Okay.
Like it's not technically part of it.
And as we've seen for the Spider Armor Mark II, black and gold work really well as a color scheme, and I think it does work really well here.
Yeah. I think I'd probably give this suit 6.
I'll give it an 8. I quite like this suit. So, that is now all of the suits in Marvel Spider-Man ranked. I think we know what our favorite is with the Mark III suit, but to make things interesting, what are your top 3 suits besides your top 3 suits besides the Mark III?
I don't want to just pick ones because. Okay, so okay, so my favorite like classic one, that's the one I'll go with, is the Into the Spider-Verse suit. After that, I think I'll probably go with
It's
this is
really
really
hard.
tough.
It's really hard because a lot of these suits are really good. But if I had to pick my top three, it would be.
I think okay. I'm thinking Big Time and Scarlet Spider.
Okay, that I can totally respect here. Scarlet Spider, and then Big Time.
Yeah.
That is totally fair. For me, it is Last Stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last Stand. Where did you go? The Amazing Suit, and then it's a tie between the Cyborg suit and Spider-Punk for me.
Fair enough.
And that's gonna do it. This is gonna be a hell of a thing to try and upload because it's 2.5 hours long. But
oh wow,
time flies when you're having fun talking about spider suits. So
we didn't even cover Miles Morales suits, which I think that's honestly a better selection.
Well, the idea. Well, the idea was to do that as a part 2. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't really feel like jumping immediately into that, but.
Yeah, I get it.
But I am absolutely going to. But like next week, stay tuned. Next week there will be.
Stay tuned. Next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. Next week we will be. I will be getting Spider Knight on this again to review the Miles Morales suits, and because there's fewer suits,
I'm playing that game right now.
Sweet.
So, well, not right now, but like I was playing it recently. It's so fun.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah, so next week we're going to be taking a look at the Miles Morales suits, because let's be honest, who isn't going to be fucking excited for Spider-Man 2 at this rate? And we have to cover both Spider-Man, so.
Yep.
So
fair is fair.
So with that all being said, I really want to thank Spider Knight for joining me and giving me and everybody else who watches this insight on more of the bizarre things with the spiders. Looking at you, Spirit Spider.
But, yeah.
Also looking at you, Aaron Aikman. I've warmed up to you, minus your friggin' moon boots, but
I don't think I'll be able to convince you otherwise on that. I'm not fighting for him.
No, don't fight for the moon boots. Don't fight for the moon boots, or we're gonna have a problem.
All right.
But that being said, don't forget to be awesome, my friends. Thanks, Spider Knight, for stopping on by. Well,
all right.
We'll see you guys on the other side. Toodles.